Nood na tayo.
You've seen Skylar play the gold lane, and it can also
Yo,
flex
AJ
onto the
Salazar.
jungle.
It's actually very...
Actually, gusto kong tignan ano yung win rate ng Nathan na to. 66% ah.
What do you think?
Honestly,
Blacklist,
for me, it is
dalawang
risky, but Nathan has
assassin
just been such
ang
a good hero back in MPL ID.
Dalawang assassin
RRQ
ban
and
and
Onyx,
then
both
Eve.
of these have been contesting this
Tapos
pick
RRQ
back to back to back.
banning
And the thing
Oheb
is about this hero,
on this
Clay is playing in
Beatrix.
the mid lane.
Yung
We've
ano
seen
ni
Skylar
Wise,
play the
Aldous
gold
ni
lane,
Wise,
and
tas
it
baras
can
ni
also be
Wise.
flexed onto the
Okay.
jungle.
It's actually very, very smart, almost genius, because they know that Blacklist isn't going to go Esmeralda Paquito. It's not going to happen, so they'll get either one on the swing back.
But what about Paquito as well? As far as I feel like both those heroes
True
can really do well against a marksman kind of composition.
Which Blacklist might get their hands on.
Okay, Wise
They get one of
SS.
them.
Ooh,
50-50
Wise
call there. It's the far
SS.
side,
Wise
the Eastern
SS
ship.
saka
Oh
ano.
man, that Yisun
Saka
Shin, the
Farza.
Wise SS, as
Ooh,
many
okay.
call it.
Binabalik
It is a
na
huge
ang
pick
ano,
coming in
Wise
from
SS
Blacklist
ni
International.
Wise.
Not just securing a pick
No.
for Wise, but also Haji. Remember this man on Farsa.
Which is
Sabi
good,
ni Wise,
because
just give me my
this is
comfort
in
hero, bro.
Blacklist,
Just give me my
wheelhouse.
comfort hero.
The Nathan, they know that it'll take time.
Bye,
So
Iska.
just having good vision and allowing Wise
Last
to
few
do
days na
good,
lang pala,
wise
server
things.
reset na, guys.
Clock is currently on Blacklist side.
Yeah, right
Kumusta
now, for the
na mga
side of
ranks
RRQ,
ninyo?
they need some kind of alright.
Kailangan mag-rank
Bringing in the
mamaya.
Yuzong direct
I
counter
need-
over to the
I need to
side
rank.
of Farsa and Lydia again being one of
Kung
those
gusto ko pang humabol ng
picks in
ENG.
M3 that's been performing super well either in the gold lane or in the
Gusto ko
mid lane.
makita ano yung win rate ng mga
Wise
to.
thing, Blacklist might get their hands on.
YSS 43%, 56%.
So
Okay.
just having good vision and allowing Wise to do good, wise things. Clock is currently on Blacklist side.
One of those
61%
picks
and
in M3
then
that's been performing super
ilan yung
well,
YZ hindi pa
either
nakita?
in the gold direct counter
52.
lane.
We saw how dominant player. The only thing that he doesn't bring into
So,
the game
Roamer,
is mobility.
XP,
Lydia is gonna have a
saka
hard
ano.
time contesting these roams. So this is a very good hero, and also the Yuzong. I want to talk about this Yuzong. Underutilized, I feel like, in this tournament, but let's see.
Yeah,
It is
Roamer, ang
Matilda
kinuha.
Airlines
39%.
for Blacklist International.
Okay.
Esmeralda take
Yeah.
Let's see the bans.
From RRQ, if the
Ano,
Alice gets
ay,
left open,
sabi na
Skylar
nga,
always
matar.
picks it up.
No, the thing is,
So,
from side of
Alice
Blacklist,
ban.
everyone knows, again, it's no mystery
Ruby
that
ban.
lowering his hero pool, and then you'll be able to do well.
it took away from
Rafaela and then
Wise
Harry.
and
Talagang tina-target ban nila si Oheb ah. So you've got 2 bans for Wise, which is Aldous saka Barats, and then 3 bans for Oheb, which is Beatrix. Pwede rin si Kyrie, Beatrix, si Harry, tapos si Oheb. Ngayon saka si Alice.
Yeah, you know what? And it's very intelligent
Pakito
from the
kinuha.
side of RRQ. The fact that they are able to ban Alice and Harry. Probably a lot of people at home, and me as well, when I saw these 2 bans, initially I was like, then you're kind of leaving it open.
Okay,
for the side
that's
of
the
Blacklist to
roamer,
pick up
si
that
Cho.
commit. But if you can see from their composition,
Sino kaya ang
they have
kanyang roamer?
3 squishy members.
Is it,
Matilda,
are they
alright,
gonna
she
be
is gonna be the
going
roamer
for
here, but
somebody
still,
like
She
Roger?
is not as tanky as a traditional tank.
Or
Yusuf
dapat
Shin
ba
as well,
assassin?
Farsa. These are 3 squishy members.
Pwede sila mag-assassin, I
Blacklist
guess.
International, They need to draft for that front
Somebody
line.
like,
And right now, as
Lancelot,
predicted,
somebody
they went
like
for
a-
that Paquito. Just like that, RRQ, they're taking away the Cho, and
what?
they're picking up the Lolita
So,
here.
Cho
So it is
side
going to be
lane.
that Lilia in the
Hindi, it's Lilia Gold.
flex again.
Okay.
It's really flex.
So,
It's
Cho-
flex.
Cho ano,
We
Cho
don't know,
support?
because we've seen Skylar back in the
Ah.
MGL
Exactly.
use the Cho.
That's what I was gonna say.
Okay.
Or we might even see a little Filipino flavor. Support Cho.
Yeah, support Cho.
Filipino Malaysian. Moon plays a mean show in mid as well. So yeah, it could be either. So I guess RQ is picking up a page from Onyx Philippines book back in season 8, wherein Onyx Philippines served up Blacklist's first loss in the regular season. LaFell.
No, right now for a side of Blacklist, again, Quinn is open, Brody is open. The drop is pretty honest, as you say.
Never stain.
But
Oh, Esmeralda. They
so they're
took
gonna
2
play
of them.
heavy side lanes, and they're gonna put all the damage on Wise. Wise, you're gonna carry us to victory.
Gold lane Paquito. It's been a while since I last saw that.
No, I think that's going to be Esmeralda Gold.
Yeah, maybe.
It feels like it is going to be Esmeralda Gold.
Yeah, it's looking to be Esmeralda
And
Gold.
Blacklist International, the Royal Rumble
Okay.
starts
So Esme
now.
versus Cho yung ano.
All my fingers in Haji, just keeping up this presence here in the Riverside, and it is confirmed.
Okay, so
gonna be
in
Esmeralda
Cho pala yung
on
side lane.
Oheb going up against Skylar's Cho, it's this kind of matchup when it really is a 50-50. Decision making is going to be key. And already
Mas kukunin ni Esmeralda yung ano ni
like I
Cho.
said, it's actually Cho in the gold lane for Skylar.
Hindi
So, like I
mabubuli
said,
ni
Vin
Cho
already
tong
doing
si Esme.
so well
Kasi,
here in the early stages,
lahat ng
getting the
shields
stun
na
in.
makukuha
Venus
mo.
caught very low. Skylar is rotated.
Ooh.
The Prince of the Skies have come to play. First blood by
Ang bilis naman, no?
Razor.
could have sworn Skylar flew there, man. He's so fly. Oheb did not notice, hey, wait, where's the Cho? Oh, there he is, first blood on the Queen. Interestingly enough, it's a matter of Blacklist International keeping their composure. How will they recover from this early first blood? No one expected that.
And the thing is,
Yeah,
I
sobrang
like what
bilis.
Skylar is already doing. It's like, yeah, they subbed me in. I'm going to show why I should be on the stage right now. RRQ Hoshi, they're dictating the space. Can they keep this up? Wise right now, he's being pressured in his own jungle.
We gotta talk about how they're dictating the pace. They are winning their lanes. This is the main win condition for them. Winning lanes and transitioning it to plays on the board. But for the side of Blacklist, they don't want to give this pressure easily. Haji already punishing that mid lane by pushing it through. Venus as well, as Vin goes for the stun, just trying to stop their rotation so far as R7 just will pop that recall.
Yep, here you see now Arkiyoshi crossing
Hmm,
down
hindi,
into
ayan.
the lower quarter. Small camp going to be taken. Vin, 2v1 here. Might
Are
be a
you
little too
sure?
much. Shield is up.
Oh, very aggressive, forcing the flicker, but Edward, he wants more. He's going to jump in, and that's going to be Vin running away. Edward still.
Napatay. That's low.
With the Mountain Shocker answers with the equalizer.
That's
RRQ now
slow.
in that position as Blacklist just keeps on going for this turtle. Let's see what happens. R7 jumps in with a fierce dive, able to connect onto Wise, but that is going to be the dash coming in. RRQ still very aggressive, but Blacklist have rotated 4 members. Very good cancel by the King of Kings.
That's going to be a hard reset on the turtle. Blacklist
Yes, it
International, they made
will.
the call, but right now, going to go for the
Ayan.
airstrike. They're still playing footsies with the turtle. As I was saying,
Uy, alam na
Blacklist
nila wala
International
nang wala nang ulti
understood the
si
dynamic
Farza.
here. And yeah,
Kaya
they
pumasok
know
na
that
si Nathan
R7 is
dun.
going to be here, going to be able to draw that line as the Yuzhong. Black Dragon form helping confirm this turtle for
Okay.
Albert, who actually really needs
Albert
a turtle.
already
Albert
got
needs
the
to get his
turtle.
farm up.
Yeah, and the thing is, what's so good about that turtle take is that Arkiyoshi, they understand that they cannot take a fight on the turtle side because it will be won by the side of Blacklist International because this Nathan being so close to the turtle makes it a very, very easy target. So the fact that they zone everyone out first, they understand that Wise is going for his purple is the correct time to actually initiate on this turtle. So they played a very good macro over there, giving a lot of space for Albert to keep on farming. And right now, looking at the farm, 1,808 gold for Albert, going up against Wise Shin, 1,819. So far, it's been very equal for both sides.
Yep, tiny margin here for RRQ Hoshi. I guess that's what the early first blood on Oh My Venus Matilda bought them. But so far, Blacks International, this is what they're good at. They understand when they're ahead. They understand when they need to catch up. So RRQ Hoshi, I'm not sure if they're equipped. Honestly, we need to see Skylar more leaving Oheb, finding kills elsewhere so that they can bear down on Blacklist. But so far, Blacklist has a different plan. Look at how much they're giving here up top. I do believe there is some shield left. Yes, a minute left on this timer before they can run it out.
You know, it's very interesting to see that gold lane, right? Because it is the battle of the princes here of
Princess.
Mobile Legends. And now,
Battle
as
of
of right
the
now, it's still
princess.
RRQ with the goldie. Very, very small, but this is exactly what they want in the early stage. Vin already going in. This is what they want, but wait a minute, Vin goes in aggressively
Uy,
using that
wala.
luminous blast.
I guess it's an
No,
effort
man,
to zone, and Haji answers back. Neither of them really know that they're going to be committing. So now it's a question of when is the next big team fight, how it's going to happen, and who can convert faster. Right now, by the fact that Oheb is pinning down Skylar, I think this is better for Blacklist International because Skylar can actually help confirm more kills.
Yeah, right now we can see that Albert just finished that Hunt Strike. I feel like in terms of when they're gonna fight, it's definitely gonna be on
Okay.
Vin as well as Venus.
Ano to?
Whenever they say
Bumababa-
go,
bumababa
then
talaga
the
automatically yung
entire team
brightness
will
ng
go. For
putik.
side of Oh My Venus, actually, if he plays around with like going in to the fight, being able to target Albert, then Blacklist International, they might just say go. And right now, the turtle has been started.
Okay,
Oh,
turtle
but right now
has
it's
been
going to be really good for the
started.
side of Blacklist
Pumasok
International. Vin
low.
gets chunked very, very
Uy,
low.
ang
It's
bilis.
Blacklist picking up the turtle.
Ang bilis
RRQ
naman ng
for the fight,
turtle.
though. It's going to be Albert going in.
Mamamatay
Ransom
yata si
being able to
Albert.
kill out, but-
Uy, napatay
look at
nila
how
si ano.
seven, he's diving the backside, he's
Patay ang
going in.
Farza,
Edward
patay ang
can't go
dalawang ano.
anywhere. Skylar will be able to lock him down.
Edward,
But look at
Edward.
He's still able to fight. He's still able to run. Skylar is going to go under the turret, unable to get anywhere as Wise comes in and picks up the kill on
Patay.
Skylar. Blacklist have gone
Wise
to 4-3.
SS, let's go.
Not only is he the Filipino sniper, he's also the Filipino dancer. Did you see how
Yes.
Oheb just went around that team fight? That's exactly what the Esmeralda wants.
Yeah, and again, looking at that previous team fight, this is why I say RQ Hoshi, they should not be fighting at the turtle, because Blacklist International, they have a better draft controlling that area, because they have the far side, they have the superiority in terms of range as well as earlier damage, and Wise on this Yusin Shin. He wants to get close. He wants to get stacks on the passive.
Yeah, but you can see the Numeron blast being used, and OHEB is going to get picked off on the map. RRQ equalizes once more in the 5th minute. And this is what they need to do. Blacklist International, they want to group up. Ube is time. It's almost time. 7 minutes on the clock very, very soon. Oh, but look at this though. RRQ have rotated to the top side. Blacklist responds instantly, but Venus gets chunked to half HP. They won't try to look for a fight here, as RRQ will still be able to control the map a little bit more here in the 6th minute.
Yep, 5 minutes in, the shields go down, so that means
Bakito.
gold lane will get less damage reduction, hence the switch up here. So now Edward is actually pressuring R7 down bottom and gets that first turn of the game. He's going to open up the map. Now we talked about earlier how R7, the relentless one, is going to buy time. That's kind of sideways now. You kind of have to have plan B.
Oh, but wait a minute. Blacklist are trying to collapse here in that top side. R7 jumps in for the Furious Dive, unable to connect onto anyone. It's going to be the Father airstrike and the stun. R7, he has nowhere to go. Pops the Black Dragon form as the Numenon Blast will be made of the way. Amazing guided win, and Blacklist will be able to take another
towers
turn
down.
on the board. 2-1 right now.
Tapos nagpo-push na yung Bakito sa mid lane pa. Oh my.
So well, they dodged the ult, they used their ults, and then they knew their priority. They could have forced out the
Galing ng rotation ng Blacklist doon. Edward really knows. Sabi niya, okay, sa mid sila, ako dito sa bottom. Tapos pumunta ng top yung mga kampe niya. Siya naman pumunta sa mid. And then, pumunta ulit sa mid yung mga kampe niya. Siya naman pupunta sa bottom. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Every single lane.
Blacklist International basically has a go button to say we're gonna go.
Okay, nasipa si Edward. Yun lang. Yun lang. Naunahan sa rotate ko. Nabasa. Hindi pa na naunahan. Nabasa.
He's already looking for something here. They have one person picked off on the board. It's time to look for more.
Mind you, Peter has all his resources.
Okay, alam na nila ng lahat. Alam na ng ano.
We can find these odd angles, but it looks like Blacklist International not gonna let that happen. That's what you get with the use of And for the most part, you know exactly how and where opponents are gonna set up death bushes, and that's where R7 should come in. So far, he's sitting at 1-0-1. Not too late. He can scale up as the usual.
Yeah, but right now, honestly,
going
beside
top
of
again.
Hoshi, one of their better win conditions right now is Skylar. If Skylar can win a 1v1 against Edward or OHEB, then they unlock 2 different ways to win the game. Either go through team fights or split pushing. Because if you can win that 1v1, they can go ahead and make Blacklist International forward.
Okay, 1k gold lead lang naman ng Blacklist. Oh, nasipa. Patay. And Skylar.
Use the flicker, mind you, as RRQ slowly but surely trying to equalize that gold lead, but Blacklist, they're grasping onto it.
Yeah, we talked about Skylar and how he actually is such a threat when it comes to team fights, and when he decides to go for a kill. Now, is that not a paradox? We're saying he should split push here, he should help open up the map, but if he's participating in these team fights to help...
Oh, Edward, dude. Alam na nila.
Edward showing off as well.
Wala bang ano si Clay? Ay, wala siyang ulti. Wala siyang ulti. Tapos, that's like 1 second off her ulti. Sayang yun.
The Purify and the black shoes, but look at this, Edward already going in onto Vin right now, using the knockoff strike. He does not have the strike to follow it up, but Edward, he might be able to deal the damage himself as the Lord
Pero
comes
Lord,
up, and Blacklist, they're onto it instantly.
Grabe, alam nila wala si Vin.
It's going to be Edward jumping in once again. R7 zoned away for the airstrike, going to be able to zone Vin away. R7, he's looking for the opening. Skylar in the back front. Is going to Lord taken away for the
Numinum Blast. Oh shit, on 3.
Edward comes in for the ball up. It's going to be all fun, all out fight. R7 on the backside.
Patay.
Killing speed picked up by Wise. And
Nicely done for Blacklist.
To trade anything except for that
mid lane third.
Right now, Blacklist International playing around the win conditions on the side of RRQ Hoshi. We were talking about Skylar on this show. He has 2 win conditions. Either join the team fights at Lord, making sure that he can take care of either Wise or Haji, or he can split push. In that situation, Skylar was aiming for Wise, but he being in between all of his teammates and actually using the traceless timed it perfectly to make sure that he is not caught by this Cho, making sure Blacklist International Hoshi, they didn't have a way to stop their
Oof,
damage.
ang
They
sakit.
don't have a way to even stop this siege from happening. That's tier 2 for Blacklist as they're looking for more onto the purple buff. Albert is trying to contest it with the help of Finn. Let's see who gets it. It is going to be Wise with the retribution, but it's going to be Tyler jumping into the backside.
Kinuha pa nga ni Wise. Oh, patay na naman si Cho. Oh my God. Ulitin nga natin. Paano namatay yun?
Let's see who gets it. It is going to be Wise with the retribution, but it's going to be Tyler jumping into the backside, unable to do anything. He's going to get picked off, and Blacklist have strong again.
Bakit nagkamali ba si Cho?
It is going to be Wise with the retribution, but it's going to be Tyler jumping into the backside, unable to do anything. He's going to get picked off, and Blacklist.
Bakit? Ano? Tingnan ko nga. Bakit na-stun si Cho or something? Hindi niya nasipa si ano? Hindi yata na nasipa si YSS. Wala namang ano YSS. Is it Pakito? Ayan, no? Pumasok na si Cho. Or is it Haji? Gago yung ano ni Farza. Gago si Farza. Gago yung Farza. Haji doing it. That could have been a YSS dead. Dude, Haji.
What a counter death bush. Skylar could have sworn he got Wise there, but as Lafel mentioned, Skylar was looking for something. He may have gotten overloaded when it comes to decision making.
Pero ginamit kagad ni Esmeralda ang ulti niya.
Haji, do I go for who? And right now, it's all about Blacklist making these decisions for RRQ Hoshi. That's what's happening here, and they're dictating the pace. RRQ Hoshi, they're like, oh, never mind. I guess we'll let him go. We have to protect ourselves.
Speaking of decision making, what is the decision coming in from the side of RRQ Hoshi? As of right now, looking at Albert, he already has his on the shot as well as
damage type si Esmeralda. Oheb with ano, Calamity Reaper.
They want to kite, or do they want to engage? Right now, they're trying to engage.
Oh, Haji catch 4 people onto that stun right now. As Oheb looking for the falling stun, unable to connect.
Ooh, that falling star moon.
Next on the chopping block, Wise dashes in, and that's gonna be Oheb picking up the kill. A 2-4-0.
Wow, man. I was just looking at the itemization, right? Tapos sabi nila, pero sabi ng Blacklist, did we? Gago. Tingnan mo. Mag-group up sila as 5. Group as 5. Tapos bigla nandyan sila lahat.
Oh, Haji catch 4 people onto that stun right now. As Oheb looking for the falling stun, unable to connect.
Falling star moon isa, dalawa.
Finish next on the chopping block. Wise dashes in.
Patay.
And that's gonna be Oheb picking up the kill. A 2-4-0.
Tapos pumasok na si Pakito.
Are trying to end the game right now in 11 minutes.
Textbook reversal. The rope-a-dope by Blacklist International was setting up a bush that was actually very, very lethal. There is a Purify. Haji didn't even use it. Haji just wings by wings out. That was prime instincts for them. And now R7 scrambling, trying to protect this inhibitor turret. What's Skylar doing?
Skylar is actually able to clear the waves right there. That was a very, very good defense.
Saan nanggaling si Skylar?
Scrambling, trying to survive. That was actually very, very...
In the game right now.
Dun siya nanggaling.
Textbook reversal. The rope-a-dope by Blacklist International was setting up a bush that was actually very, very lethal. There is a Purify. Haji didn't even use it. Haji just wings by wings out. That was prime instincts for them. And now R7 scrambling, trying to survive, protect this inhibitor turret. What's Skylar doing?
Skylar is actually able to clear the waves right there. That was a very, very good defense for the side of RRQ. Buying them a little bit more time. Bounce Shocker will be able to connect. And we're jumping in. Skylar going
Naku po, Skylar.
It is not going to help him. It's
Patay. What an ulti from YSS.
10-6 on
Nicely done.
There's a reason why they call him Edward Balboa. There's a reason, and that's why.
Yeah, right now for the side of
Edward
RRQ,
Balboa ang
we have to look
puta.
at the drop and see what are they really trying to do, because it's a mix-up. They kind of want to kite, they kind of want to engage, and I feel like this is actually harming them in terms of decision-making on defending this.
Oof, that damage.
The damage coming in, RRQ, what are they able to do? Edward goes over the knockout strike, not even respecting the side of RRQ. They're not responding. Edward just is styling on him, but Newman Blast coming in. Edward.
Okay, Edward.
With the help, but it's going to be the stun coming in.
Okay, there's a stun, but...
Okay. the inhibitor turret will be traded.
That
That is very much worth it
Nominum
for
Blast.
the side of the Filipino champs. Only Edward dying for that trade.
Yep, and there is a silver lining for RQ Hoshi here. They managed top lane very well, so they can threaten to push that. But yeah, it's Oheb back on the response. Haji, not at all gun-shy to use his feathered airstrike when it's necessary to clear waves.
Yeah, and this is the thing why I say getting Nathan very, very early on is very, very, I would say very risky, because again, you're letting go of the Farsa. The Farsa is already very good at handling marksmen just because she can outrange anyone. Doesn't matter who, she can outrange basically anyone. And again, Blacklist International were able to get Edward to use the Paquito, which also, again, is very good against these marksmen. And this is just becoming a situation where Albert is having difficulties finding ways to deal out the damage.
It's going to be very hard, again, because of Haji and Edward, but they're looking for a pick once again. Venus actually goes in very aggressively, still able to run away now.
Takbo,
But it's
Venus.
half HP gone. But look at Skylar. He's playing this really, really well, able to kite in the waves, but it's going to be Edward jumping in once again. Both teams just trying to poke each other out right now, trying to look for the setup, because right now it's actually Skylar with a very good flank.
Much like his moniker, the Prince of the Skies, he has to fly between this Lord and that bottom lane. He has to manage his time, has to make the right decision every time, because it could either be life or death. He could buy a turnaround for RQ Hoshi, or they could lose this Luminous Lord and then Blacklist just do exactly what they've been doing for the past 5-6 minutes.
Yeah, I like what Skylar is doing here. He's trying to play the cross map, and they're trying their best to set up pressure there, because that is the wave with the inhibitor trying to take it down. R7 going in for Haji. He's going to be forcing him to use the wings by wings. Vin using the Numeron Blast, but Skylar almost gets picked off on by Wise. R7 is looking for an engage again, but RQ, they have to disengage. Oheb going in for the Falling Star Moon.
Falling Star Moon.
It's going to be Venus coming in as well. Albert's going to be the target. Slave it kind of with the entropy, baiting 4 members in. But Edward, he's coming with a Dark strike, able to get onto Clay, but it's going to be the Black Shoes. He's going to get taken down, and Blacklist have found a 1-for-0 trade on the board.
At some point, I thought they were going to
Bakit ang ganda, ba't ang ganda nun? Ang ganda nun, men.
Again, but RQ, they have to disengage. Oheb going in for the Falling Star Moon onto 2 members. It's going to be Venus coming in as well. Albert's going to be the target. Slave it kind of with the entropy, baiting 4 members in. But Edward, he's coming with a Dark strike, able to get onto Clay, but it's going to be the Black Shoes pop. He's juking all around. He's going to get taken down, and Blacklist have found a 1-for-0 trade on the board.
At some point, I thought they were going to do the hokey pokey and shake it all about. I don't know if you know that song. It's a very old song. But yeah, they turned that 1 kill into a quick Lord, easy, like they did at the 9-minute mark. Blacklist International, they're playing out of their minds here. Their time, it's off the charts. RQ Hoshi, how do they answer back here?
Again, we have to look at Albert as well as Skylar. Skylar, like we predicted, this is how he wants to play the game. He's going to play the macro game, but in case situations where they are fighting against Lord, he wants to go to the backline and try to initiate kill. But look at Albert, how he was targeted. Matilda targeted him, and then bringing Edward as Paquito.
Yeah,
there's
true.
no way that he can kite. And then
There's no way.
opening that feather S-Strike, he's not doing damage this game.
It's all about the peel for RRQ. If they're able to peel Albert or not, Skylar now already channeling in. That is going to be the Jeet Kune Do. Will he try to use it? Nope, only onto the minions, but this is just buying a little bit more time. Blacklist, they want to push with that bottom side that is building up.
Yep, this kind of defense actually benefits RQ Hoshi. You got to give him that, because they have all the resources to make sure Albert gets the free hits. There's not much dive for Blacklist International. They really only have to watch for Edward. Oheb's a very honest type of hero here, dancing around the Esmeralda. They are going to miss out on mid inhibitor. They're going to lose top lane as well, but there's a fight now breaking out.
Yeah, look at the
Oh
fight.
shit,
Nominum
Blast cancelled. And there is that Oheb ulti.
But Albert will be able to burst one, a 1-for-1 right now, as R7 is still soaking into damage. Wise trying to get more done on the board, but look at Skylar. He's trying to proxy in that bottom side map. He's trying to buy some time for RRQ, but they need him in the base right now, right here. Vin goes in for the defense, still able to zone away the members, but it's going to be R7 taking a lot of damage. Vin chunks in, puts up his shield, and Blacklist are forced to back away.
Okay.
Right now, looking at this game again, Blacklist International, they just take a straight road. They understand what is the best play that they can do with the heroes that they have. And the way that they do it is very, very simple. Just keep your range strong. And then Oheb, as well as Edward, they deal with the front lines. And they don't mind, because as long as Wise, as well as Haji, just keep their distance, do this amount of damage.
Man, look at that! Look at those 1,000 damage per hit.
The only way they lose right now, if they overcommit and RQ Hoshi just translate a winning team fight into a straight run to the base.
Yep, there's this whole dynamic of RQ Hoshi having all the tools to try and break the code right now because yes, they have the Yuzhong, they have the Cho, and it's so clear where the damage is coming from. It's got to be Albert.
Skylar needs to be careful right now. Blacklist are trying to collapse. Oh my Venus, he has the circling eagle. Feather airstrike to zone him away, but that's the flicker used. 80 seconds onto the Lord. Blacklist tried to go for something, but RRQ still able to run away from that.
This is exactly what I was talking about. It's RRQ Hoshi with the tools, but it seems like Blacklist International is such a big problem right now that the formula just isn't there yet. They've been trying. It took 3 inhibitor turrets for them to figure out that, okay, maybe Skylar should stick a little closer to us. Maybe this whole lane cutting, proxying thing, it's got to tone down a little bit because we're not getting much. So, I think for RRQ Hoshi, next step should be making sure that Clay actually is part of the team fights.
The later the game goes, the harder it's going to be for them because of those 3 inhibitor turret takes. Blacklist will have constant pressure.
It's
not
true.
Just constant pressure, but build-ups all in all lanes. 3 of them. Look at that. It is the build-up coming in, that top side, mid lane, and the bottom side. They have stacked minions coming in. And with this 7,000 gold lead, even though we are in the 18th minute, RRQ will most probably will be able to catch up in terms of items. The pressure is just not there for them.
And right now, I feel like RRQ Hoshi, they really have to respect Edward right now because he is providing a lot of trouble for them. Because again, every single time that Skylar wants to engage, wants to go in, same with Albert, he's going to be there peeling off the side of Blacklist International and Wise as well as Haji. The way that they play,
Wise 505. Both him and Paquito with the most skill participation. Edward with 2 and 8 kills and assists. 10 out of 12.
Right now, it is going to be Blacklist with the full control.
I love how Haji actually knows that Vin is there. There could have been more, but now they answer back.
Oh, Clay gets chunked to half HP, still has regeneration. The lanes have been set up perfectly by RRQ, but Oheb, he's looking for the collapse. Falling Shaman unable to connect. A big resource being used, 2 actually, but the cooldowns are on very short cooldowns for both of the ultimates. Blacklist can just wait it out, wait for the other minions to come by and go for it again. They're not even going to wait.
Now they know where they are.
To respond to this. This is the desperate move. This is the forced error that Blacklist are trying to do. Let's see if RRQ can fight this. Skylar, he is proxying the wave once again, but he might be caught here with Oheb returning. No, he is going to be able to back away. Vindo, very aggressive. What is this? Concealed to back
Vin, that is too aggressive, man. Patay si Vin. Oh my god. That is...
Edward now in a 1v3, able to get 3 people onto the knockout strike, but Styler, he's looking for the flank. He's not going to be able to get anyone. Wise is going to be zoned away from the fights right now as RRQ. They're looking for more. Skylar
might die.
Oh my god, Immortal will be backed up, but Lord will be picked up by Albert. They're going to go for the comeback play, but it's not going to be good.
Wait, what?
Wise is going to be zoned away from the fights right now as RRQ. They're looking for more. Skylar, that win. Oh my god, Immortal will be backed up, but Lord will be picked up by Albert.
Albert taking the Lord. Back na.
R7 will lose his life. That is a very expensive Lord.
3 for the Lord.
Pero sabi ng Blacklist, wala akong pakialam. Kill them all. Kill them all. Murder. Sabi ng Blacklist. 3 people there.
It's going to come in. It's going to be Oheb jumping in for the falling side. Went on to Albert, unable to kite away. It's going to be Blacklist keeping on going. When the nature has been popped, but they're still managing to defend. What is this? RRQ! They're able to
Oy, totoo?
mortalities, but only Clay.
Okay, na-shutdown nila. Okay.
Now, the mini waves are not for them. Clay in a 1v4. What can he do? Bin is going to spawn, but are they able to withstand once more without the help without the help of the high ground? It seems like it is, but it is inevitable. Clay's going to get engaged on. Circling Eagle onto him, still able to kind of run right now as he's going to be able to get some damage done, but Wise will pick it up. Bin now trying to clear away the minions. Numenon blast all the way to the backside, still able to zone away the minions from that base. This is the defense of the King of Kings.
Oh, Edward with lightning truncheon.
Just like that, Blacklist International's call. Let's breathe. Let's keep it in check. RRQ Hoshi, very well played. Not over just yet. Apparently, they didn't need time. They just needed the right decisions.
YS? YZ? YSS? YZ?
R7.
Oh, look at the zoning from the man. Skylar!
Oh, shit.
Look at him! He's going to be able to get Wise, but the guiding win!
Guiding win with the save! Oh my god.
But it's going to be him taken down.
Wise SS doing it.
1-for-1 in the base. A 3v5 commences. RRQ still in the game.
RRQ showed up again. They played that draft very well. Skylar, he did his job going in for the Whites. But again, that was a beautiful display of how you should play with a Matilda. And this is why Matilda is so dangerous on the side of Blacklist International, because the entire team knows how to play with the guiding winds. And again, from the side of RRQ Hoshi, this is do or die as well, because even though it is the very first game, this sets the tempo for all games coming forward.
Yep, gotta say, Skylar did great there. RRQ Hoshi did amazing on the defense, but we're still looking at Wise, sitting at 8-0-8. It's got to be a heartbreak for RRQ Hoshi to see this, and despite all their efforts, Yushin not going down. The items, I think we're slowly coming up to the point where everyone will have everything they need.
Yeah, the thing is, everyone is looking very, very strong. It just becomes a situation where it is 22 minutes in the game. So whoever dies, then it's going to be a very, very tough decision on how they should engage this kind of team fights. Because on the side of RRQ Hoshi, they want to. But it's so difficult because they have very contradicting styles of playing. Where from the side of R7 as well as Skyler, they want to go to the back, but the rest of their team, they want to kite. But right now, RRQ Hoshi, if they are able to get Wise, then Blacklist International, they're in trouble.
Look at the map.
The back, but the rest of their team, they want to kite. But right now, RRQ Hoshi, if they are able to get Wise, then Blacklist International, they're in trouble.
Look at the map right now. Blacklist and RRQ, they're setting up for something. Let's see, all right? Everyone stay quiet here. 5,000 gold lead on the board. Skylar will show himself up, and that's the Blacklist with the collapse. Right now, Skylar forced to run away. Circle Eagle will be able to bring him all the way there. Oheb comes in, but it is the Flicker. 2 ultimates being burned out, actually 3.
Okay,
Wise,
they're
and
just
Venus
trying.
out, but they are on very low cooldowns once again. RRQ will try to
Find
look
a
for
pick
cross-map
off,
play
but
onto that
okay.
bomb side.
Right now, I'm looking at Oh My Venus. The moment he has his ult back, RRQ Hoshi, they have to be careful because he's been targeting very well, either Vin or Albert, because, all right, if he can't get Albert, he's just making sure that the Dominant Blast won't connect, and even that one is a very big ult use, and Blacklist International, they can definitely play around all of the cooldowns coming in from the side of RRQ Hoshi.
I agree. Vin is actually a bigger prize than Clay, and truth be told, Clay can actually play this very, very well. He can actually eat so many ults, force out all these green dots from Blacklist International, and then Vin can go for the counterplay. But at this point, RRQ Hoshi, I think the right place is to not give up anyone. Just make sure that you have the better engage, and I think their best chance at that is maybe at an overextended Lord take or maybe from within the base. But right now, they're doing very well at managing these waves. I'm impressed.
This Mountain Chakra is just so huge, man. Able to just basically nullify that flanking potential that
So
Skylar
24
has.
minutes already.
That's been the reason he hasn't been able to get any of these crazy pickoffs on the board here. As, again, it is going to be the Enhanced Lord started
Okay,
up
Enhanced
by
Lord.
Blacklist International. Feather Airstrike to zone them away. Skylar once again proxying the wave and just being such a nuisance. But it is going to be the conceal popped away. Finally, someone able to connect on Skylar. Actually not Triple Eagle though. 2 resources being burnt. If Skylar survived this, this is going to be huge. RRQ, they're already on the Lord. Edward is trying to zone away Albert right now, but RRQ will try to reset it. Blacklist will pick it up though. Let's see what happens. R7 pops the Black Dragon form, zoning away the members. Mountain Chakra will be able to reveal everyone on the map. The Lord is the target. Vin!
Vin! Oh no, patay si Vin. Pero bakit ang baba ng buhay ni Vin?
Let's see what happens. R7 pops the Black Dragon form, zoning away the members. Mountain Chakra will be able to reveal everyone on the map. The Lord is the target. Vin! He's gonna make it picked up. R7 jumps on the 3 members, able to get a pressure fight, and the Furious dive on the 2. But will he be able to survive this? It's gonna be Edward falling on the backside. It's gonna be one of the mortalities, both of the mortalities, but a 2-for-1.
Goodbye, XP versus XP. Tapos wala na silang tangke.
Will keep on going.
Yeah, right now,
Their Blacklist, meron pa silang
They're
Matilda.
having a difficult time during the team fights because all their members want to do different teams. From the side of R7 as well as Skylar, they want to go to the back, but the rest of their team want to kite. If we see the team fight just now, we can definitely see that Edward is chasing for Albert. But 3 of the members on the side of RRQ Hoshi, they're close to him. But whenever Skylar or R7 is targeting Wise, no one else is following them. So right now, 2 different personalities coming in from RRQ Hoshi.
Oh, Skylar's just buying time here. I think also one matter to note here is the heroes on the side of Blacklist International, their skills, their kits, they answer 2 or 3 from RRQ Hoshi, and right now they're in the base.
Oh my god, Circle Eagle all the way to the backside right now, able to connect on to Skylar. Immortality has been popped, but it buys a lot of time for the side of RRQ to defend. It's gonna be Lord taken down once more. The
Goodbye,
defense,
Lord.
What is this? RRQ, they're able to defend the Lord push, but now it is gonna be getting harder and harder for them. Blacklist, they're starting to get frustrated. A lot of HP has been taken down. They might look for the end, but no. RRQ, they survive one more time.
What a turn of events.
Grabe.
Before
RRQ
this
doing
match,
it.
We said RRQ Hoshi should not let it drag out into the late game. They have to grow their patience. They have to evolve into a team that is just so used to being on the back foot. And
Oh my god.
Whoa, that damage.
Should not let it drag out into the late game. They have to grow their patience. They have to evolve into a team that is just so used to being on the back foot. And so
Oh
Boom.
my god, we're gonna pick off. It's gonna be him, Skyler. Picked off.
Oh, that is not good. Your Nathan is gone. R7 pumasok.
Will be able to connect all the way to the backside. Edward brought to
Edward
base.
pumasok
Albert is
din.
still alive. They have the high ground, but Blacklist don't
Pero
have the setup.
grabe.
It is still RRQ in it.
as I was saying, they have evolved, but Skylar may have overextended. So far, still very impressive to see Arkiyoshi, this kind of team, this aggressive, this technically offensive team.
Okay,
Just so good
nicely
at
done
this
for
very
Vin.
long game. We're
But
about 30 minutes.
Oh my god, look at Vin actually able to soak in so much damage and soak in so many ultimates. Blacklist, it is a 4v5, but they can't seem to crack the base open. Maybe with this wave. Let's see what happens. It's going to be Vin walking up to the front side. Mountain Chakra revealing everyone. Edward still trying to go in, but Venus...
Pumasok si Venus kay Vin.
Vin flickers out. Numen and Blast unable to connect to anyone, but it's going to be the
Wala.
re-engage coming from R7 to zone away the minions, and this game keeps on going. 27 minutes, baby! It's going to be R7. Oh my god, what is going on?
Unstoppable force and unmovable object. Right now, Blacklist International, they have a lot of artillery.
Immovable
they have a lot
kasi,
of long-range
unmovable
skills
ang
able to
puta.
poke out Arkiyoshi. But again, having this Nathan as well as this Lilia, they can clear the minions very, very easily. And Blacklist International, they have to concede. They have to wait for Arkiyoshi. They have to wait for Albert as well as Clay to die for them to really push for that victory.
First game of the best of 5. 4 Lords taken in this game. 3 Turtles and all of RRQ's turrets. And it's still going.
I thought you were going to say a partridge in a pear tree, but this honestly is home court for Blacklist International. A majority of their games from their home MPL have gone the distance. So playing into these multiple Lord matches, going into a half an hour game, it's really in Blacklist's wheelbarrow, but just the same. Arkiyoshi, we did not expect for them to go this long, but looking at their lineup, this is what they want to do. So Albert sitting at 3-1 and 5, despite the deficit, despite being on their back foot for the longest time now, they still have a chance. It could honestly end in one single team fight.
And again,
It
looking
would.
at Blacklist International, Y still has not died, and he has picked up his immortality as well. Understanding that
si
he
Y,
is
so
the main
10-0
defender
ito.
coming in from the team. So from the side of Arkiyoshi as well as Blacklist International, the Lord is going to be up soon. I'm confident that Arkiyoshi, they can still protect or protect the base from a Lord push. Right now, I'm looking for an initiation, and I don't see it from Arkiyoshi. I don't know what they can do right now.
Oh, look at that. The Feather Airstrike able to connect onto Albert and Clay. But you're talking about comfort here, and honestly, this is RQ's comfort as well. If you watch MPL ID, they've come back so many times. They've actually been named as the kings of comebacks right now. But look at how Blacklist are spinning up the map.
Okay.
They're going for an
Edward.
objective and also zoning it away. Look at Skyler, though. He's just been doing this constantly, being such a threat onto the side lane. And there you go.
the damage.
Top lane turret destroyed.
Pero,
The bottom side we control. And just
sira
like
na
that,
yung
RRQ,
isang
they might have
torre,
shifted the
sabi
tempo.
ni ano,
Look at how
sabi
they're
ni
controlling the
Cho.
waves. Top side building up, mid lane pushed away, and the bottom side turret taken. Now it's going to be Blacklist with the defense and RRQ on the offense.
That's one thing I was considering. Maybe RRQ Hoshi would love to trade these small
Skylar.
objectives, and they bought so much time. And yes, again, Skylar demanding your attention. That's the kind of scary thing that this new player brings into this formula. If it was Zin, maybe he'd be more eager to join the team fights, win off of the traditional RRQ conversion. But right now, this new injection of talent and decision-making, it's keeping RRQ Hoshi in the game and actually keeping Blacklist International in check.
Oh, man, at this point, Blacklist were able to pick up that little launcher, but LaFell, how do any of these teams end it?
Okay, so from the side of Blacklist International, this is going to be a pull and push coming in from both these teams. Blacklist International, they have to respect Skylar, because Skylar, he can push, but also look at his position. He can engage. Going in.
Yeah, R7
Okay,
going to be able to
R7.
get onto Edward. Very good disengage with the guiding win, but it is going to be RRQ controlling this part of the map right now. Blacklist, though, they don't want to give it up. They're going to go and open it up once more. Oheb using that falling star with Wise with the Mountain Chakra. Those are 2 of the huge ultimates burnt out, but so did Albert and Finn. It's going to be an all-out fight here. I think it's going to be a fight, man. RRQ still backing away. Clay needs to be careful. Black Shoes has been popped. This is huge for Blacklist. Let's see what they can do.
15
in this
seconds.
fight. It just keeps on going.
Mind you, R7 still has the Black Dragon form, so they still have that huge potential for a turnaround despite having used his Petrify. Many times in M3 we've seen that tail whip from the Yuzhong in half dragon form just win fights on its back.
Oh, man. How many times has the Lord been reset?
No, how many times have the feather?
Yeah.
I think it's 3 or 4 times.
How many skill rotations have we seen in just this moment alone? It's crazy.
Well, in before the Petrify comes off cooldown, 30 seconds.
Okay, Venus, mababa na buhay, but may favor yan.
That's going to be the third feather airstrike popped out from Haji. Lord taking a half HP, Aracuda going to go for it.
Wise? Oh shit, he
engage onto R7. Ben gets another onto the backside. Edward's going to get taken down. Entropy being used. R7 versus everybody. He's still alive. He's going to be taken down though. Immortality has been popped. Edward has been taken down. RQ looking for the base. Look at the Lord right now taking half HP for the airstrike being able to zone R7. Still able to run away for it now. Clay still kiting, and that is going to be the Lord. No. Wise! He's going to get chucked low. Oh! Skylar! What was that? He jumps in.
Dang, Lord has been taken.
After turn, RQ, they've done it, but Clay will fall in that fight.
Blacklist finally caught checkmate by RQ Hoshi.
Yo, Roger.
Scores a great Lord there. It took a while, so much effort. But eventually, yes, Edward goes down. An amazing trade by RQ Hoshi and Skylar.
Tapos ang maligo. Sige yan.
This young man was flying out the map. He was first seen recalling down bottom.
Ilang straight.
And the next thing you know, he's part of the fight.
Tingnan mo, walang ano ha.
Albert, he's been micromanaging every single thing.
This is 5 Lords already. 33 minutes game.
How many minutes was that?
35?
30-something, 35, 36?
36 minutes for the first game. We are in for a long day, boys.
Oh yeah, we are.
We have to talk about that, how there were possibilities for both these teams. So,
man, that is hype, man.
Like you're losing. Not really, because this is M3 maybe. Anything can happen.
That is hype.
Maybe indeed. Who'd have thought that game 1 would have gone this far, would have been this amazing? I mean,
I'm scared.
We were calling it.
Grabe tong game 1, astig.
Not like this. You can see the crowds just so enjoying it so much. The Philippine flag.
Honestly, it's
grabe tong game 1. Game 1 pa lang ha. Game 1 pa lang ha. Grabe na to ha. 35 minutes o 35. Hayop yan.
Here's the thing. Lolita's pass
35, man.
And then of course the last pick
grabe.
by RQ was read by Blacklist as the goal later.
Nakakambak na ng ano to, ng RQ niya, pero RQ were able to get the key pick off kay Nathan, tapos from there, although tinatry pa rin ng RQ, wala na. Hindi na nila kinaya.
The mid game of Blacklist International with this last pick Esmeralda was just way too good.
Yeah, the last pick Esmeralda against this Cho, man. Walang magagawa si Cho dyan.
Of the game, which RQ had to adapt around, was dealing with Edward on this Paquito. Overall, a lot of the engagements coming in from Skylar.
Grabe yun.
Skylar's picks,
Edward, Paquito, Oheb, Esmeralda. Wow.
Trying to set things up for Vin with the big Ruben on blast. It gets shut down so fast by Edward when he has the champion stance. Once they adapted around that, that's when they started to open up maps.
Grabe to.
Tina Shield and both sold them both when he
Ano yun?
were many, I would say, bad decisions coming up from RQ. You understand why their decisions were like that. But when it comes to itemization, these items that you're seeing from Skylar actually weren't the first and initial choice for him. In fact, he only picked up the Brute Force Breastplate as well as the Athena Shield and sold them both when he already died against the burst down of Haji. And I'm pretty sure that we're going to be talking a lot about Haji, about this game, because he was able to just disrupt RRQ. If you're looking at the items of RQ, all of these magic defense items, they came in late. And you'll understand why. They really want to gamble into those team fights and try to outplay this.
Grabe si Haji sa kasi was 151,000 damage. Pastos! Tapos Oheb 114,000 damage. Dude, that's a lot of damage.
15,000, getting just a little bit over wise. 150.
155.
Oh, damn. That is a lot of damage.
Started grouping up together in MPL Season 7 and
of 800.
Grabe si Wise, oh. 13 kills, oh.
That is super duper ridiculous. Here's the thing, right? I was about to say when we started this that it will be the last few clashes went down the wire to the point where you're gonna say, oh, it's the showdown of the junglers. Both
Yeah, it's going to be
having
Nathan versus
marksman in
YSS,
their
but
arsenal. It's gonna be up to them how to position themselves and how to play their opponents. And my God, Wise did not die. In the last
0
clash,
deaths. Tapos wala pa nga siyang
around
defensive
the-
item. Puro
around the
magic,
base,
puro
the
offensive
side
items.
of Blacklist International
Grabe.
has actually kept himself alive while Albert was dove upon by the members of Blacklist, and it was very quick. And oh my Venus actually found a jump onto Albert, and obviously with all of the burst coming out from Blacklist International, they were able to pull through.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if you're gonna mirror that factor on how Weiss was able to keep himself alive in that Lord fight, even in the last Lord fight, it went in favor of RQ, right? But Weiss was able to keep himself alive even after all of the jumps coming out from RQ.
Yeah, it really comes down to banger.
It's gonna be a long open.
Oh, it's gonna be a long day, guys. It's gonna be a long day.
To the end, they
Then pull people.
The simplicity as well is
Okay, ito na yung mga bans. So, the same bans for both teams. So, we're seeing Ling, Hayabusa, Eve, and then Barats, Beatrix, Aldous. Like, 100% the same bans for both teams. Pero, argue getting that Paquito right off the bat. So, hindi natin alam if this Paquito will be a core or a, what do you call this? Core ba to? Or will it be an XP lane? But, knowing RRQ, I think they would be able to, I mean, not they would be able to. They're maybe more preferably going with Albert on this Paquito. But let's see. They could still go for the Farza though.
Because it buys more than just the damage output and the mechanical outplay potential. It's such a macro hero. Again, there's so much on this East
Yeah, true.
that if you're thinking about it on a logical sense, he might actually be more broken than Beatrix.
Yeah, but again,
Well, just because of the ulti and then the first kill. Oh shit! Estes and YSS. Oh my god.
So difficult because they already have the Paquito. The Paquito can go to the jungle, and the jungle can oppress every single lane. So right now, taking Estes as well as the Yi Sin is the safest, but still very versatile role for the Blacklist International
The
lineup.
Queen has come to play.
Oh no. This is scary. The Estes coming in onto the second game. Let's see what RQ responds with.
Okay,
The
Farza.
and the Ruby.
Farza Ruby.
They're going to
Ruby
go
was
for
banned in the
some
second phase
support
ng Blacklist
for the Ruby.
International,
Farza
so
with
we'll
that
see.
knockout strike from the Paquito. But Blacklist,
So a lot of
they're gonna
crowd
pick up
control
now.
coming
They
out
might just
from
go for
RRQ.
themselves. Just literally make this Farza unable to play.
A lot of picks over here,
But I don't
honestly,
think,
even Phobius is very good because every single time the Ruby does absolutely
Edward
anything, the Phobius
plays
can wreak havoc.
YZ.
So in terms of how Phobius deals with their own composition right now with the SA shit, I feel
They
like
could go
Phobius
for
is
somebody
right
like
there, but I think
Barats
it's a little bit safer, just
or
like I said,
Tams,
Luzon
maybe even Lapu
or,
Lapu.
yeah,
Just to zone and kill off this Farza.
Well, let's see. Look at that. The fans are ready for game 2. I mean, after that game 1, who isn't ready? Let's say Blacklist with the last pick of the first phase. What do they want to pick up? It is most probably going to be the XP lane for... No, oh yeah.
Oh, Cho!
Haji.
Cho Haji, okay.
So he's gonna play the support show.
So
as
nag-deny
the
pick sa
Queen
dalawa.
is lacking,
Blacklist
some
taking the
CC.
Cho away from
It's gonna be a
RRQ,
good
who was
approach here, but yeah,
who
we
was
did predict
the
that it's gotta be an XP
main problem
They have
for
other ideas.
Blacklist
I'm guessing
earlier, but
in before,
RRQ taking 2 people
it was
away
Lapu Lapu.
from
There is
Blacklist
a
International,
solid
which
target in
are
that Farza. I guess
Paquito
we're just
and
waiting to see if
Farza,
it's the right
the
call. We
zoner
need to
and
see,
then
two more
the main
from RRQ.
fronter for Blacklist
Holy crap,
International
Blacklist
earlier.
International with the peel from Cho with
Let's see
So
the
it's gonna
bans.
make-
So Clint ban, Harit
with the
ban,
Farza, technically they can
Brody
still win
ban,
this,
and
right?
then they
Because of
took
the
the
range of
Nathan for
damage, they're able to
themselves.
nullify the
So they
Natan
took
and
the
the
core of
Shin
RRQ
with
and
Estes.
they're looking to make this Nathan their gold
I feel
laner.
like the Roger would be a pretty solid pick, especially
So,
if they take
core-
another hero
I-
that can really dive in quickly. But again, we have to think, this Paquito, is it going to go to the jungle? Is it going to
I really feel that
lane?
this Paquito will be the
Again, it's
core.
flexible.
So
I just feel like Roger
maybe
would be
they
a
should,
pretty good pick over here,
RRQ should
especially
get
if
the
they can
YZ again
target
for
the
me.
Queen early on in the game, not letting him scale up, not getting tanky towards the game.
Oh,
Bruno!
It's gonna be RRQ picking up the Bruno.
Oh, this
and
is-
the Lapu,
I don't like this one.
Bruno in the gold lane, Lapu in the jungle. We've seen this in MPLID.
Yes, I love it. I'm all for it.
Lapu jungle?
Bruno, yeah, no, Paquito in the jungle.
Okay.
Sorry.
Paquito
Sorry.
jungle, Lapu on R7. I love that. I love that they pick up the Lapu here. It's a great denial piece too. It's so solid.
That's
Yeah,
what I was
it is
about to
a
say,
deny.
right? They need some CC. And with the Lapu, that is some CC, literally. With the help of the Ruby, they can follow it up. And the Paquito as well. And the range and damage coming in from the Bruno and the Farsa. But what we do need to take a look at is, will Bruno be a factor here? Blacklist picking up the
Phobius,
Start
okay.
getting so many.
Phobius,
There's so much that
Ruby,
Edward here can answer,
Paquito.
but again, it's a matter of scaling.
Huh.
Because looking at our
Even
lineup,
Bruno.
they go very, very fast.
Well, let's see. Right now, LaFell, based on the...
5, a lot of the of RQ to Mike.
Yeah.
Okay, oh, okay.
connecting, unable to actually, as Haji will be able to flicker out of it. But RRQ,
Man, Lapu doing it.
Yeah, this is exactly what they want to do. They want to set something up, and they should be able to secure this turtle. But right now,
yeah, it's going to be Edward actually jumping into the demonic force right there. Still going in once more. It's going to be a lot of damage.
Boom.
Plays Albert
Oh.
is going to be able to pick that kill up, though Wise unable to. And that's a 1-for-0. But with Venus back, they'll have to sustain. Do they have the damage to contest?
right now for the side of RRQ, this is basically doing what they want to be done. Edward getting that first death will slightly slow the way that he is going to build up into this game. And RRQ Hoshi, with the drive that they have, they should be able to contest this turtle very, very healthily. Because for the side of Blacklist International, if they get anywhere close, they're going to get eaten up by Albert on this Paquito. So the game is playing the way that we expected it to be. But RRQ Hoshi, can they keep up this aggression? That is going to be the question.
What I'm interested in is the fact that RRQ Hoshi are taking their time. They could have really forced out that turtle, but Albert says, okay, you know what, I'll just take my buffs first, and then we'll slowly roll up to it. Turtle Slane brought to you by the STB. But what this does get, though, is some space for Oheb up top. Between the Bruno and the Nathan, I'm guessing maybe Oheb just wants to find the window wherein, yes, he does. Look at how much they took away from the outer third energy shield. This might be the answer. This might be the gambit.
Yeah, it might be Haji now going for Vin right there. Still an understanding that they may have no follow-up at this point of the game. Wise does not deal that much damage to be able to one-shot a Ruby. But RRQ controlling the pace of the game. Very good response from Blacklist. We'll see how it continues here entering the 4th minute of the game.
Yeah, entering the 4th minute of the game right now, it's a little bit unfortunate that from the side of Blacklist International, the turtle is going to spawn at the top. So right now, Blacklist International, if they set this up wrong, RRQ Hoshi can take full advantage and really force Oheb out of his lane.
Oh, it's going to be Haji caught out right now. R7 goes over to Brave Spider. Haji still able to flicker away, and RRQ have burned their resources to look for a pick in that bottom side. Oheb, look at what he's doing. He has the entropy to get away as well, but it might be the collapse. Venus might be caught out here. Skylar goes in for the flicker. It's going to be Albert coming in and securing the kill. One turret for one kill. It is RRQ with the pace, but honestly, I prefer Blacklist there with the turret take.
Yes, and oh my Venus, you can clearly see the Queen plotted that out. The Queen was understanding of the long con.
Yes.
Did not even use a Purify.
Yep.
Okay, take me.
Just take me.
This is the sacrifice.
Yep.
And again, like the way that he is playing, once he has used his skill.
Oh no, maybe not this one.
Yeah, that was definitely not planned right there, but technically, you can kind of say it's planned because Blacklist, they're playing the cross map really well.
As long as Wise and Oheb, their scaling is perfectly fine. Because again, Blacklist International, they really should not be looking at fights right now unless from the side of RRQ Hoshi, they overextend with very, very low HP.
Exactly what they're doing, and they've done so well to force Albert to come up here, but eventually that would have been his timing anyway, since Turtle is coming up here now at the 5-minute, 10-second mark. 4 members of RRQ Hoshi actually poising up.
Oh, Blacklist have the numbers advantage here. R7 is nowhere to be seen, but it's going to be actually a lot of damage placed, and that is Edward taking
Oof,
before the
patay.
Haji goes in for Skylar, is able to get onto him with the way the dragon.
Uy, patay din si Bruno, oh my.
In the midst of it all. Let's see, he's going to go for the Bravest Fighter onto Wise.
Wait, paano namatay si Bruno?
Now at the 5-minute,
Kasi 100% HP pa siya, di ba? Ang bilis mawala ng buhay niya.
Oh, Blacklist have the numbers advantage here. R7 is nowhere to be seen, but it's going to be actually a lot of damage placed, and that is Edward taking right before the fight. Haji goes in for Skylar, is able to get onto him with the way of the dragon, but R7 now is in the midst of it all. Let's see, he's going to go for the Bravest Fighter onto Wise. The stun not connecting, actually targeting to Venus, and that's brilliant by RRQ, but Clay is going to get caught out. Oheb is in front heading on the side lanes, but it's going to be Albert. Oheb! OHEB still able to kite with the entropy, out microing and procuring that double
OHEB, that
kill.
damage.
Wise, will he be able to connect the kill? He will! Shut down and a double kill. Blacklist equalizing.
A deliberate
Gago,
wipeout.
4-0.
Eventually, Blacklist took down everyone on the side of RQ Hoshi for the price of, again, Oh My Venus Life. Let's check out that replay. LaFell, break down what exactly happened.
This is what I say, Blacklist International should not fight unless overextension coming in from RQ. And look at all of their HP. They're all very low, but they still want to go very, very aggressive. And OHEB, he's been kiting every single thing. He's been dealing the damage without getting touched. And this is the mistake coming in from the side of RQ. They go ham, they go aggressive, which is what they have to do. But they've been taking a lot of damage from the Natan, and they still keep on commencing, and that is bad. Because right now, Blacklist International, the scaling composition has 1,400 gold lead.
That's the problem for RRQ right now. They don't know who to target. They target Venus, it's wrong. They target Wise, it's wrong.
Because Wise is going to get away with it, and Venus just likes it anyways, given the pull yourself together. I must note, though, before
Oh shit.
my Venus again falls into
Venus.
4-man collapse, it's bound to happen.
Patay.
Albert gets the kill. I must commend how R7 actually entered that team fight. The Relentless one using the maximum range of his whole kit on the Bravest Fighter. If there was a better follow-up, that would have been devastating for Blacklist. It could have been a wipeout for them.
I would say that that was a good initiative, but right now Vin is engaging.
Ayun na naman tayo, and then Farza.
Coming in for Albert as he pushes
Haji.
back to the team. A lot of damage has been placed. Edward going for the demonic force on the Skylar right now.
Pasok lang.
Why is he dashing? He's going to be punished for that. It's going to be Edward targeted right now. Albert still able to dash. It's going to be Edward. Oh! Haji goes over the way of the dragon. Albert is going to be connected.
Pero Edward, pasok lang ng pasok.
He is going to be able to outplay RRQ. A 1-for-1 right now.
Taka naging 1-for-1 lang yun dahil lang kay ano? Dahil lang kay Edward. Grabe naman ang Phobius na yun.
For the side of Blacklist, it's so good to take the Phobius because again, Vin, he doesn't want to do it, but he will eventually proc Edward to let him use his demonic force. And right now, Blacklist International, Edward's having such an easy time. He's just spamming his ult.
It's bound to happen because, again, it's the Ruby picked up in the first phase. That Phobius came in clutch. Last pick, Phobius. Beautiful.
3,000 gold lead right now. Blacklist are trying to suffocate their opponents, and Haji, this man right here, he got caught a few times, but by a few times I mean one time, but that way of the dragon in that fight, that secured the team fight for them.
Yeah, and I like how Oh My Venus is just being a walking vision and just like, yeah, OHEB, you just stay, do what you want to do. I'm going to be here. They're going to attack me first. You're going to have a lot of time to run away with entropy. And right now, Blacklist International, 3,000 gold up. They can actually take this turtle fight, but it is also an opportunity for Arkiyoshi to come back.
Yep, in this whole scramble, the fact that they're trading left and right, it's good for Blacklist, but now they're waiting to happen. There's a demonic force.
Yeah, they want to force onto
Oof,
Vin right now.
Vin.
He can't go anywhere. It's going to be Skylar targeted. The turtle has been taken away. Flame shot being used to proc another demonic force once again onto the backside. But now for the airstrike, actually able to deal some damage. Albert
namatay ang Phobius.
Fighter has been popped without damage. Has been placed onto him. Albert going for the knock on the two members. RRQ needs to disengage right here. OHEB, he jumps all the way under the turret.
Boom!
Nice.
Arrow.
Beautiful
Patay.
arrow. Beautiful execution by the Filipino champs.
Just the right amount of aggression and overcommitment without a punish on the swing back.
It's just the differences between how they
Okay,
fight and
there
right now they're
is-
fighting again.
Oh, but look at that. Albert going
Muntikan si OHEB, ah.
again onto Haji and Venus. OHEB still able to proc the entropy. For the airstrike being used, Venus is still able to run
Patay
away.
si Venus.
Play picks up the kill, and RRQ are still in the game. They might be, I think they are going to get outscaled though.
No, again, looking at how they play, this shows the level of thought that they put in terms of the team fight. Arkiyoshi going in full ham. They just want to deal as much damage as they can on the right targets. But look at how Blacklist International play. This is why I say, the way that they execute their team fights, they want to outlast, they want to out-sustain. Look at how they kite all the damage. Look at how much healing Oh My Venus is giving to the team. This is a clash of styles, and Blacklist International is showing that their style, as of right now, is superior.
Oh, but wait a minute. R7. Oh,
Never mind.
very beautifully. Very beautiful.
To build up on that, the sustain by Blacklist International, it's not even their prime form yet. A lot of these team fights, Oh My Venus would die in the first 2 or 3 moves, right? So what if they're able to keep the Queen alive? I'm starting to think, is this the right way? Should Oh My Venus actually play the lightning rod early on or try to stay alive, maybe for the first 10 minutes? die, and then eventually you go for inevitability.
Yeah. Also, though, I want to put my put everyone's attention onto Wise right now. There's a lot of hate actually for this man in the chat previously on the BTK game because he's one-dimensional. He can only play. He's a weak link in the team. But you can see, man, this guy, every single hero he touches, he plays the role perfectly. Bane going for turrets, going for disengages, perfect. Going for the Yisun Shin. Look at what he's doing. He is avoiding every single fight. The prime example being game 1.
And I'm liking right now because Edward has been such an enabler for him. And look at the engage.
Yeah,
Okay, may nahuli na naman. With Haji, okay.
Very, very good by Venus right there, catching him, and also by Haji using that dash to get him to safety. But now it's time to take a look at the items.
Yeah, looking at itemization of Kyrie, my Venus is going full on tank items, and Oheb as well as Wise. Looking at the damage, they have 3 damage items each. So as of right now, they're almost at the peak form of how much damage they can deal. From the side of Arakihoshi, Albert having 2 damage items and only 1 defensive item. He can go in, he can deal a lot of damage, but the problem is, Vin right now, he's building cooldown, but every single time he's in the team fight, it's like a 6v4 right now. Vin is betraying his own team with no choice being on his own hands.
Yep. The pull actually is a lot more of a liability sometimes, and that's what's allowing these trades.
Guys,
Not even mention how the demonic force is gonna happen. Now it pops off.
Okay.
Yeah, goes in for the I'm offended. Only 2 members right now, but the fight is gonna be very, very slow. Demonic force to the backside.
Man,
Edward's
Estes,
right now. He's not
nandyan
gonna
pa
be
rin
able
si
to die,
Estes.
though. Finn is
Dive,
gonna
dive,
block the demonic
dive.
force, but it's actually a bait. Edward, what is this? He survives that, and the killing spree by Oheb. Oh my God! Blacklist are outclassing RRQ. But honestly, look at Wise. 11 minutes in, 15, level 15.
Okay, yes, outclassing made the better decisions, but just the same, sometimes you gotta say that's what the hero does.
Yeah, it's a brain damage. Just like, I'm going to press one button over and over again, and you won't kill me? Probably. Because again, looking at both of these teams, Blacklist International, again, they're scaling calm. They have the advantage. So yeah, even if Edward dies, it's fine. And this is what I want to say. Game 1 and Game 2, Edward has been enabling Wise. Wise looking so strong right now just because Edward is forcing Arakihoshi to do everything that they can to take this man down. And when everyone's looking at Edward, no one is looking at Wise and Oheb. Both of these heroes dealing massive damage coming in from the backline. And again, both of them having 3 damage items.
Yung na-miss pa ako sa chats, pang wala naman, no? Wala naman, goods.
At this point right now, 5,000 gold lead, about to be 6K as they control the entire map. Differences is from the first game is that RRQ, they don't have a good high ground. Other than that Forza, no one really can clear the waves as fast.
Well, you can do it the old-fashioned way and attack it with Skylar, right? It'll take a little longer, but that's one duty, that's one role, responsibility that you're giving to Skylar, who should be shredding through heroes, not minions.
Well, let's see right now. Blacklist International already planning for something. Haji going in with the conceal. It is going to be RRQ zoned away from the inhibitor turret. RRQ nowhere to go. Blacklist International pick up the inhibitor. Now they are just trying to defend. But at this point, once again, Blacklist will be the ones controlling, and RRQ, their defense isn't as good as Game 1.
Yeah, and we also have to look at RQ. They have a lot of flickers on their hands, even Skylar. So right now, again, Blacklist International, they're kind of losing to this Phobius pick, where again, he doesn't have to do a lot of damage. He just has to be annoying. And we see that even if he gets low, the heal coming in from Oh My Venus, he doesn't even have to be a huge heal. He just have to give enough time for him to proc his demonic force. And Arakihoshi, what can he do?
Oh my God, Edward jumps
Won't pass
in.
na si, ano, si Haji. Oh, the TikTok on that Haji.
Connecting with the flicker as well. Being able to dash away, zoning Oheb. But
Gago na TikTok niya.
8,000 gold lead. They're controlling the game, even though like it seemed close in that team fight. The health bars were going low. The kills didn't happen for RQ, and Venus can just heal everyone back up.
Yeah, we keep talking about how Edward is doing so much for this lineup on Blacklist. Quick bit. The name Edward actually means Guardian of Fortune. He's guarding everyone, man.
Oh, look at that Haji going for the Jikundo with the Dragon connection.
And again, another one. Man, Haji.
And Blacklist are looking for the collapse. Onward! What the heck? He dives the base, and it will all be worth it because Blacklist picks game 2 up.
Dive lang siya, gago.
Point for MPL Royalty, the Queen, and folks.
Holy shit.
I am honestly shocked, but just the same, putting myself in RRQ's shoes, is it really gonna happen? Am I gonna let this through?
Right now, if they lose again 3-0,
0-6 to Filipinos.
0-6 to Filipinos, at
From the upper to...
6 straight losses RQ has against a Filipino team, 2 different teams. But again, right now, I do have to say, it is in the draft. I don't want to sound boring, but that is really what it is. What can they do about these phobias? I already talked about it in the first part of the draft, but if we look at the bans, they still focus on OHEB. They're taking out the Alice, they're taking out the Harif, they're letting these phobias go. Like, we predicted it very, very early on, and again, phobias got picked up later in the pick of bans.
Yep.
The Lapu-Lapu, if they replace it with Esmeralda, probably better.
Probably, right? But I think the analysts can actually put some thought more into this.
Let's see, Gideon and Wolf, it's time for you to dissect game number 2. Take it away.
This International almost always in that game. And, you know, we're going to be talking about the draft for sure, but maybe when we see the items that will make...
Guys, remember that Toomey, the leading... You don't get that every time.
I already used that, by the way. It's amazing. It's amazing. This was the Brunos, their last pick. And in a way, it was one of your picks that can make sense against the Estes because of the wave of the world dealing, of course, damage to many heroes because they pass on the ball, right, basically. So that's the...
Okay, tank build lang rin si Chua.
Approach
like
when you wanna go
100% just
against
tank
Estes.
build.
It has been tried before, and I'm telling you, man, it didn't work ever.
Yeah, it's rough, but you can definitely see what RQ was going for here. They wanted to make sure that the early game comp could scale nicely into the mid game here. However, a lot of interesting engagements, and most importantly, coming in from Blacklist International, a lot of good patience. You gotta give it to the man Oheb here and how he is utilizing the Tan, making sure that once he is stacked up, he's ready to disposition people. And some of the most interesting entropies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Really, really ballsy. He's right in the front lines.
Oh, definitely. I'm going to be talking about was just plainly wrong. So what happened here was they tried to fight. They got 3-0, right? However, Blacklist International, what they did was to just out-macro RQ in the early stages. And that's a weird sentence, right? How do you out-macro in the first few minutes of the game? Well, Blacklist International, they were able to recover. They made sure that after the 2 kills coming up from RQ, the turtle will not be taken. Because Blacklist International, they make sure that the turtles always favor their team.
Yeah. I mean, it's not just the turtles, right? It's kind of the setup that they did for the turtles, knowing that the main engagement tool for the side of RQ is going to be R7 and as well as Vince. So knowing this, they just need to bait out the feathered airstrike, and you can tell by the amount of damage that they're able to get. Most importantly, just the overall siege damage. They want to get the biggest ultimates out, the biggest win conditions for RRQ down on the ground before reinitiating the fight and allowing Edward, once he gets a second item, to start jumping in for Skylar.
2 glaring stats that you have to look for: damage to tower, and as well as the damage coming up from OM. Alright, so the explanation here is the Blacklist International squad, they only have to put everything in the basket of Nathan, wherein you don't allow OHEB to just carry this game. And then 0 damage to turrets from RQ. Imagine that.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
It really is, but you got to give it to
Edward,
the
man.
here on the screen. Our MVP coming in from Blacklist International. Edward having a solid game and one of the more interesting KDAs with a 1-4-4, but doing such an important role. The moment he gets his first item down, he's like, you know what? He's not even going to greed out and go for an Ice Squeeze Wand. Give me full tank. Give me that Juggernaut armor on top of Angry Oracle plus a Dominance Eyes. He understands his role.
Exactly. And Air Edward, his primary role is just to disrupt the composition of RRQ. Whenever RRQ tries to snowball, death ball, against Blacklist International, they're gonna be grouping up as 5. But as the moment that Edward pops his ultimate, really just makes RRQ scramble, right? And definitely we're gonna see that in the highlights, because if you're looking at RRQ, they were trying to get pickoffs and they were trying to go for the front lines of Blacklist International. But eventually, around the 5-minute, 6-minute mark, Blacklist International, they grouped up. You already have the ultimate for the Estes. And when we saw that when they tried to go for the Estes, they just heal up, and then it's time for Air Edward to dunk on people. Game 1, though, the highlights that we're gonna see, it's intense.
I think this is by far, I don't know if it's gonna be the longest one, but we're skipping a lot of that mid game to jump right towards the moments where you're seeing just overall good defense coming in from RRQ. But you can tell that as the game goes by, a lot of the calls, they look sharp now, but Blacklist International are just maintaining composure. It feels like, you know, Blacklist International is a little bit more comfortable when it comes down to the ultra late stages of the game, maintaining their overall consistency and not falling into the problem that Navi had with Torak, where they start becoming sloppy.
So 5-0 coming out from RRQ, but eventually this fight was the real deal breaker. I would say this was the winning clash coming out from Blacklist International because they wiped the side of RRQ, and by the way, Wise can't miss, right? And because of that wipeout, they get a turret because of a game-changing peel coming out, and OHEB was way too good. Again, Phobius just destroyed the formation of RRQ, and obviously Estes just stopping people up. Well, Estes was the first one to fall in that game, but that allowed the side of Blacklist International to punish. OHEB was in the backlines. Weiss was way too deep. He forced RRQ to be way too deep, and then they punished afterwards. After that 5-man wipeout coming out from Blacklist International, RRQ couldn't recover any part of the map anymore.
It's about converting. It's about getting those kills and turning into gold as quickly as possible. But now, as we're thinking about game number 3, you guys really need to start showing your support out here today. Doesn't matter where you are from. Do you support Blacklist International or RRQ? And if you do, how are you going to do that? How about collect some of these M3 team battle emotes, which are for sale right now, because each of those battle emotes have their own special voiceover lines, and it's exclusive for the M3. So from November 29th to December 12th, you can cheer for your teams by adding support points. Now, we've already seen the support coming in from RRQ, but Blacklist doing a good job so far. How far can they go until then? And quick shout-outs. Remember that due to the contract restrictions, MVG Battle Emotes is not going to be sale for the time being. So keep that in mind when you are looking to support your favorite teams. Speaking of Game 3, right? Draft seems to be a huge issue that's really putting RRQ at a slight disadvantage. These early game compositions are working out well, but is that good enough?
It's going to be very difficult. I would say, if just to answer a question, well, definitely game 1 and game number 2 shows that it isn't. What RRQ needs to do right now is to recover from the draft. Make sure that they're not having like just a single win condition against Blacklist International, because Blacklist International, that's the first thing they do. They identify the win condition of the opponents, prevent them from doing that, then eventually take over the game.
Well, that's something to keep in mind in game number 3. Make sure you guys don't go anywhere. The teams are taking a break, and so will we. And when we come back, it's going to be a game point match. Is the Philippines going to make it through to the next round, or is RRQ going to push it to a game 4? We'll find out right after this.
Fast forward natin to game number 3.
About the mental games, let's talk about the mental game of RRQ. This is the quietest I've seen RRQ play.
Yeah.
I've not heard any kind of screams coming up from them.
Oh, yeah.
Like, how is this affecting them on stage? Can they focus? Do they have the confidence?
You're right.
So sure.
You're right. After this Hylos ban, that's something that's definitely night and day, very uncanny for RRQ. I mentioned earlier, this is Skylar, not Zin. Zin is one of the most vocal players I know in the whole game, and I did not expect that it would affect the whole team, that we would see a more quiet RRQ. I know that the fans, they want to hear their team, they want to hear the King of Kings roar, but not when they're down like this.
Yeah, again, RRQ with Zin on the board in that team, it's kind of a mental boost, right? So, yes, he hasn't been performing, but he's there, morale. The morale is there, right? Zin, he provides so much to the team, not just as a player, mechanic-wise, but also basically the communication.
Yep.
The morale boost, the screams, the yells.
It's a plus for RRQ. We're winning.
He's the leader.
Let him know, right? But it's also a minus for the opponents. Like, oh no, Zin's feeling it.
Oh, but look at that. It's going to be the Lunox pickup for RRQ. Last time we saw this was actually on clay.
Esmeralda has been banned. Is this another Phobia's pick? Because again, the Mojito is there.
Oh.
The
Cho
Cho's
is there.
Cho is
Raphael,
there.
well, Raphael
doesn't really.
Oh,
But
Lunox does.
yeah, so this is the thing.
But the Esmeralda is still up for grabs.
I thought Esmeralda has been banned. I thought RRQ they would pick it up.
Edward.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Edward?
there's a lot of ways that Blacklist can do with the composition right now. They don't even need the Phobias, but even if they did, what's the answer? The Esmeralda is not there. And for the side of RQ, like, there's a lot of dashes.
They have burst, but I don't think it's going to be enough here. I feel like, again, like the Air Edward, just Air Edward.
You have to focus everything on the Phobias, but then everyone else is not taking damage.
Yeah. Exactly. Aldous, you need to focus on multiple targets here. There's the Aldous, there's the Farsa, there's the Clint, and now the Phobias. Oh! There you have it, folks. RRQ, they are pushed onto a corner, into a corner. Let's see what their last and final pick can be. What will it be for RRQ at this point? They need... What do they need?
Right now, for the side of RRQ, they need more damage, but they need to stay from behind. A Brody would be fine over here, but it's, you know, it's very, very risky because right now, they have sustain because they have the Cho as well as the Paquito and the Lunox. All of them can take damage individually. They can heal up. But, Blacklist International, this job is pretty dope. It's pretty cool.
This is an amazing draft.
As the kids say, it slaps.
It slaps, dude. It's pretty sick, dude. But RRQ, they're going to finish it off with
there's
the
damage.
Bruno.
There's the damage you're looking for.
There is the damage.
Is that the right kind, though?
I don't know. I don't know if that's the right kind. Do you want to go... Because the thing about Bruno is kind of have short range, right? You're a range hero, but you're not a long, super long range hero. You're going up against an Aldous. You're going up against a Phobias. Do you want to be that close? Do you want to be clumped up? Because in this composition, they're playing front to back.
The only good thing I see here is that at least Coach Achil secured the Rafaela. They can kite like nobody can. And if they can find good angles with the Paquito or the Cho, could be devastating, but all at the same time, they don't like these big 5v5s.
So here's the thing. They can kite.
Time to enter the portal, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 3. Will it be a clean sweep for Blacklist, or will RRQ prevail and force a 4th game in the series? Let's see.
Ay, hindi ko na-miss ko na yung ano. Yung buong banning face, gago. Puta.
But it's, you know, it's very, very risky because right now, they have sustain because they have the Cho as well as the Paquito and the Lunox.
Hindi ko na nakita yung buong banning face, gago. Sleepy me. Anyways, baka sa chats ninyo. Oh, bakit? Tama naman Blacklist. Nanalo naman sila so far, 2-0. They're winning 2-0. So, hindi nila binan yung Aldos. Nag-Aldos na kagad yung Blacklist. Mas gusto pa ng RRQ na i-open yung yung Aldos kaysa yung Barats.
Bago lang to. Mas matibay pa yung luma.
Tapos, Paquito, Cho. Hindi naman kasi yung Cho eh. Hindi siya priority. Mali yung RRQ dito. Core? Core, ah. Tangin yun. Sana naman binugbog niya. Rafaela, panlaban sa Matilda. Farza to zone. Tapos nakuha nila yung Clint. High loss pa nga. Their homework. Tangin na. Ginagawa mo. Wala namang gumagamit ng high loss sa Blacklist. Tangin na that.
Can take damage individually. They can heal up.
I don't know if that's the right kind. Do you want to go...
Bruno. Napilitan siguro sila sa Bruno kasi may Rafaela naman, pero ewan.
For Blacklist, or will RRQ prevail and force a 4th game in the series?
Hindi ko talaga trip yung yung all-in Bruno. All-in Bruno tong eh. I mean, they've got Lunox, pero imagine mo same lang sila ng parang same lang sila ng ginagawa.
Yeah, as soon as we got Demonic Force on, as soon as I'm level 4, maybe we will start picking fights as well.
And I feel like it is not a bad situation to pick a fight, but right now Skylar 1v1 against Oheb. Both of these guys are taking a lot of damage in mid as well. A lot of people are taking damage, but who is really earning much from this? Arkihoshi, they need to push this tempo.
Boom.
Oh, the solo kill by Oheb, presented to you by Razor in that bottom side.
Yesterday,
not a good look when you're using that Bruno.
You were saying, LaFell.
I was saying inside of Arkihoshi,
sila yung pinakamaraming likes.
that they're picking up right now because
yung pinakamaraming likes. Accurate. I'll show you later.
Is actually try to pick one of the lanes.
Actually ngayon na.
Push it ahead.
Sa ML lang na saan yan? M3. Guess. Guess nga ba? Mali. Hindi pala dito. Team support pala. Hindi pala guess. Masa yung M3 na icon. M3 na icon. Saan na yun? Saan na yun? Nandito yun eh. Where is it? Don't tell me. Tinanggal na nila. Wait. Hinahanap ko na saan yun eh. Team hindi. Bakit tinanggal nila? Tinanggal kaya nila? Saan na yun? Gago, nakawala siya. Alam ko sa M3 yun eh. Ba't nawala na yun? Nawala siya. Nawala siya. Somehow. Yung puro likes lang. Oo, yun. Ewan. Bakit niya gagawin yan? Gago lang. Hindi ito. Basta nandun yun eh. Lahat ng mga teams. Tapos kung sino pinakamaraming likes. Yun din yung Yun din yung marami yung kung boto. Kung sino mananalo. Lahat. So RRQ, number 1. By a mile. Sobra. Super duper duper by a mile.
Oh my God!
Wala eh. Wala na eh. So I can't prove it. Pero nandun yun. I can't prove it.
And I feel like the lane that you really should push ahead is Kyler's lane. So Albert, we have to look at his pathing.
Sobrang layo talaga. Million ang pinagkaiba nila.
So much pressure that Blacklist has to abandon their own farm. And Wise right now is taking a lot of farm, even taking the farm from the side of Archeoshi.
Shades of Albert from game number 2, wherein he would take these little camps, but all the more it's more impressive for Wise because he is an Aldous.
Yeah.
So every little bit that builds up towards that first skill, that basic attack even on Wise, is going to go far. And right now, they're propping up. Venus might fight it.
Oy, gago, patay. Pero alam na nila, wala nang Way of the Dragon saka Flicker si
This is a really good setup for that turtle fight.
I feel like setting up the turtle, if they can get this one, it's already good. It's already great. Right now, we have to crack the code. Blacklist International, Wise is going to scale up. Oheb is going to scale up. They really need to consider who to focus on.
Albert's going to be focused down. Turtle will be slain by the likes of Clay. Edward going in for the Bounty Force once again, and that's going to be Wise! Diving to the backside and getting the kill onto Albert. RRQ, they have no response. R7 dashing away. Way the Dragon will be able to connect.
Patay sa Edward.
The kill, but it is the jungler traded for the XP. Much more worth it for Blacklist.
Yeah, true.
Again, every bit of a scramble like this benefits.
Nakuha naman ng RRQ yung turtle.
These engages by Archeoshi are going to be all the more difficult. So yeah, make the most of this early game. For Archeoshi to get back into this best of 5, not only is it a 1 or 2 step process, it's actually a very long drawn out plan. They have to have a flow chart for the decisions they make. And right now, they have to grow a few more branches because of that kill by Wise onto Albert.
The thing is, with this draft, Blacklist International, they can just keep on scaling. They have the Clint, they have the Farsa, they have the Aldous that just scales unlimitedly. Whereas RRQ, they're looking for these engages. They need to get the snowball rolling.
Right now, I know we're in the middle of the game, but I have to bring this up. Blacklist International, they're playing
Blacklist
so good.
maganda. They're winning.
They're playing like this. There is a possibility that M3 might even have like two Filipino teams in the grand finals. This is so...
Uy, patay.
Yeah, RRQ, very good gank right there to the top side. Will secure them a little bit of a kill, but it's going to be Oheb now targeted down. Wave of the World has been used, but Venus, is this aggressive? It's going to be the dive all the way. Skylar still able to dash. It's going to be Wise picking up the kill now.
Aldog sa pakin, patay.
Wise with the double on the Aldous in the 3rd minute.
Sana reverse.
Up. RRQ
Well, I mean, early pa lang naman, we don't know. Pero I really don't like the draft of RRQ Hoshi. Asa lang sila sa ano eh. Sa Bruno. Ay, may lunok sila pero mukha pa rin ano. Mukha pa rin parang same sila ng ano eh. Same sila ng ginagawa eh.
Oh, Edward's gonna get targeted.
Patay si Edward.
By a little bit more time as RRQ will be able to pick that kill up. It is gonna be Oheb bullied as well. So sure, RRQ, they've lost a few members. They're not getting the snowball they needed, but they're still in this game. Let's see what they can do more here. Venus, very tanky, able to tank that knockout strike, and that's gonna be RRQ controlling the second turtle.
Yep, RRQ Hoshi scored the first one, but at the cost of a couple of lives. Right now, maybe they should consider if this is worth it. They get it now for
Okay, two turtles.
brought to you by the STB. The same goes for Blacklist.
Libre.
Where do we find these punishes? How do we continue building up our arsenal? Is it off the back of a demonic force, or can we just try to snowball from here? What are the items looking like?
Right now, looking at Clay, he is having a 1-0 KDA, which is very,
Okay.
good. The moment he has
Pinaprioritize ng RRQ yung ano,
but right now, looking at
dominant
Skyler, he's
ice.
not focusing on damage.
Which is okay naman. Kasi you got Matilda, you've got Phovius, you've got Aldous.
And he's already suffered 0-2-0. He just finished his first Scarlet Phantom, so damage is there, but still, this is an uphill battle. Blacklist International, they have to make some kind of bad engagement for RRQ Hoshi to really capitalize on.
Yeah, you can't really say that enough, man. It is an uphill battle. It is a very, very tough time for RRQ right now. Oh, Skyler is going to be targeted. Let's see. Nope, Wise just goes and uses the ultimate to get some.
Pero Oheb nasa taas oh.
At that top side.
Goodbye.
Look at Oheb. He's been free farming this entire time. He was bullied in that bottom side. Amazing rotation to the top.
The Filipino sniper, it was so well played, but fight mid.
Oh my God, Albert Dash is
He's
going to be taken down by
wasak ang Farza.
going in for some more.
Uy, si Wise.
We'll bring up Wise back to the team. The damage coming in for RRQ. Wise still able to get away.
Gago na buhay pa nga si Wise.
Keep on munching down.
Fucking shit.
Comes through. Demonic Force all the way under.
Pero there it is, Edward.
As Edward survives, the team fight goes to Blacklist, a 2-for-1.
Ano yung 2-for-1 pa yung nakalain mo yun?
This is what I said, right? Early on.
Di pa nga nila napatay si ano, si Aldous.
It's go time. Didn't even need to use the Purify because it was a counter go. And
Cyclops tank.
suffered 2 on the way out.
Hindi pa yata. I'm not sure.
It's not good. R7 looking for a pick once again. Goes for the Jukundo, but onto no
Not
one.
sure.
It's a re-engage. And
Oof,
R7
patay.
gets picked up. Oheb picking up a mega kill right now.
Gago, Oheb,
This is quite a
bastos.
situation for RRQ Hoshi. They want to fight, but if Edward is there, they have to stop fighting because the more that they try to engage, the more they're hurting themselves.
True.
So it's such a weird situation when they see Edward, guys, stop using your skills, just use basic attacks.
True.
How do you even do that right now? You want to force onto Skyler. Edward just doesn't give anyone respect. And the guiding wind is the reason for that. He can just keep on going for this and disengage at will.
Actually, he gives so many people respect because he's answering so many heroes on the side of RRQ Hoshi, just like he did in the Game 2 draft. And this turtle is going to be secured easily by Blacklist International on behalf of the STB. Talking about that draft from game number 2, RRQ Hoshi, they picked up the Paquito and the Ruby. Now it's going to be the Paquito and the Cho. That's 2-for-1. He's literally man-to-man guarding 2 dudes.
Oh man, this is not looking good for RRQ. Sure, they're able to pick up the turn on the top side, but look at the engage. Wise, he's going in onto the midst of 4, but it's going to be the engage coming in for the side of Rafaela. A lot of damage has been placed. Venus taken very low, but Albert now, he's caught up.
Oh, Edward going in again.
Baby,
Putang ina.
a double kill, and they're looking for more. Another 2-for-0 for Blacklist.
Bastos, wala silang magawa.
Sniper, he's so quiet here. Suddenly, 8 minutes in, he's sitting at 6-0-2. Not only is he farming turrets or
man.
he's now taking heads.
Yeah, right now let's look at the replay, and this is how so difficult for the side of RQ to do anything because look at the engage coming in from Wise, and even though they were starting to target Wise, he's taking so little damage, and the damage coming in from Haji, making so that everyone is low, making it so easy for the side of Oheb. He doesn't even have to think about his own positioning, just go in, use the quick draw, just basic attack, kill off everyone for the side of RRQ, and they, every single time they try to protect.
Wala silang magawa with the Paquito core eh. Pag may Phobius.
I'm here, deal with me now.
Just too much damage, honestly, for the side of Blacklist. Too much sustain as well.
And it's that oxymoron of you have to protect me. Why does your members have to demand protection when you're all a team together. Already you're losing a battle if you're saying, please protect me. They can't just guard themselves now. They have to be a 5-man unit, and even when they are a 5-man unit, Blacklist can threaten a big team fight.
Oh, look at that. They're so good at reading the map too. R7, he looks for these flanks constantly, but he's unable to do anything here.
It's just counterintuitive. Everything that you do
Is wrong.
is wrong because, again, if R7 wants to engage on anyone, he has to dash in. When he dashes in,
Phobius
the
would be
Phobius
proc.
knows where he's going to engage because he just look, oh, wait, my passive is being procced. I know where you are, and he can just re-engage. This makes it
True.
so difficult for Arkiyoshi to start something. It's so difficult when you have a heavy engaged comp with the Paquito as well as Chill, but you can't even engage.
Well, let's see what happens here. Feather Airstrike being used, but it's only to zone away the members of RRQ.
Gago Lord na pala.
Pick up the
Puta.
first Lord of the game
9 minutes.
in
Ang
9
bilis.
minutes.
In the mini-map alone, you can see how RQ Hoshi are kind of torn between, okay, we'll clear the waves, we'll stick together, but also maybe we need to contest. It's the right call that they made to not even try and check. I saw what R7 was doing. He was zoning out, seeing who else might come in, but the fact that Blacklist has global presence makes it all the more worse.
But yeah, again, looking at itemization over here, we have a scaling comp on the side of Blacklist International, but 4.6k goal ahead. And Wise right now just going full defense, but he still deals a lot of damage just because he's been scaling so well. 3 kills onto him, and now with
Okay.
the Roar, even though Skyler has that Dragon armor, he's going to get bursted down. All of the side of Arkiyoshi, even if they do have defense, even if they do have armor, they're going to get shredded by this Aldos.
Oh, look at the defense coming in. Feather Airstrike will be able to zone everyone away from the side of RRQ from that.
And that damage from Farza. Oh my god.
That was a snipe. The Filipino sniper.
Nine na ang kill
RRQ.
participation ng
Finn
Oheb.
dying for the third time in this game, and they're looking
Gago.
for more.
Pumapasok na naman si Oheb.
Jumps in onto the demonic force. R7 will be able to bring him back onto the base, but it is going to be the Purify as Edward just tears them apart into the base. He dies, but at what cost? It's a 2-for-1 right now. And
Oof, the
RRQ
damage.
only
Oof.
lost all hope. It is the Indonesians falling flat. Blacklist International, they're going to go for more. Albert jumps in for the knockout strike.
Triple kill.
Triple kill. It's going to be the Maniac not picked up.
Wasak.
Blacklist will knock out
Oof.
the last hope for Indonesia.
Wasak, man.
On that rapid-fire take towards the end, he was just walking right into his line of fire. That Clint, let me teach you a word in Tagalog. Asintado. Asintado means he's a sharpshooter. What a play, what a finish.
I'm speechless right now. Blacklist International, look at those faces. They're so happy because, again, RRQ is a massive adversary. They took them down.
3-0, man.
This means that
Wow.
RRQ means 0-6. I have
Wow.
no idea what's going on in their heads right now, but look at Blacklist.
Okay, my
They're
predicts
looking
are
like
all
they're
correct
on top
so
of
far for
the
this, for
world.
Blacklist.
Royalty.
Woo.
Blacklist International.
Bating ako nga ulit. Alam ko ginawa ko 3-0 eh. Naalala ko, sabi ko, pastusan na to eh. Blacklist. Blacklist. 3 games, gago. Okay, so tama ako lahat ng blacklist. Blacklist. Okay! We're going off to a great start. Pero yung next game, we'll have to see. Sabi ko, Todak, Evos, and then 5 games. Evos mananalo ng first game. Todak will win everything. Pero let's see. Yan yung ano natin. Tapos in 5 games pa nga. So we'll see. Ano naman to? Wait lang I'll be back. my description? Whatever. I'll be back. Play ko na nga lang yan. Para sa inyo. Whatever.
Of Royals, and still in M3, 2 teams from the Philippines is still alive.
Raise that Filipino flag high, man. That is a brilliant show by Blacklist. Clinical display, as you can see the claps. Man, that was a great series. Even though it was 3-0 in that first game, we saw both of the teams take it to their limits.
It was a showcase from both of them, honestly. My heart goes out to RRQ. The Sangraja, the King of Kings, have to now recollect. They have to gather themselves. They had a great run here, but at M3, it has to end now. That's it. Blacklist knocked them out.
There you go. The king, the prince of the skies have fallen. And now we are going to throw it back to Gideon and Wolf back at the analyst segment.
The code holds strong, and the Kings have fallen. Well done once again to Blacklist International, being able to win this 3-0 up against RRQ. And I'm sure you're happy about this, Wolf.
Well, you know, what I'm not happy about is that how quickly that series went, right? Because we want more. Let's see from RRQ more. But what I'm most happy about in this particular game is how Blacklist International kind of approach this in a more tactical manner. Again, all of these picks coming out, particularly that last pick, Phobius, once again really just messed up with what RQ wanted to do in that particular game.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate because, again, Edward, once again, when he does have access to Phobius and getting into that backline, Skylar getting really confident when he was able to try and get someone like Bruno, one slide tackle, and immediately he is going to get pressured. And I think that's the most unfortunate part because R7 made some really good plays with this show in the way of the Dragon.
M3 pa rin ba?
When I was looking into the
M3 pa rin.
draft, because the first pick
Undefeated
were
Aldous. Totoo ba?
Matildas as well as Farside.
Pero
But
Blacklist,
yeah,
syempre,
this
they
can
won.
be solved if you're looking
Kaya
at
sa
RQ.
M3 pa rin
Then
sila
pick up the Rafa
They're in the
shows
lower
of
bracket
Makito.
though.
The bans coming out from Blacklist
And syempre,
International,
since
it
they
was
won
perfect
right
in
now
the second phase.
sa ano
They
sa
battled both Nathan and Esmeralda,
lower brackets,
two of the
edi
heroes that have the best damage against the Aldous. Because again, if
may
you're looking
next
at
ano pa
Aldous,
sila.
one thing
May
it's
next
one
pa.
thing to take yourself
Nanalo
away
sila
from
laban
the
sa
damage
RQ
range of the Aldous, but it's another to as much as it is good in the early stages, it really struggles in the team fights. And Blacklist International, knowing this team, they love team fighting.
Yep, they really do love team fighting here. And Haji putting on a great performance, kind of just
Kapatid
zoning
mo,
out the
ano?
members and getting that extra information here. We got to give it to Wise and as well as Oh My Venus. The connection between these two, every time Wise goes in, he's guaranteed a way out. Oh My Venus has
May
got his
sinasabi
back
yata si ano,
throughout it. However, the biggest
si,
problem that I've seen so far, you're looking over at the
Seiya
item list as
kahapon.
well. They are trying to get to the level where they can actually take advantage of the situations with
Huh?
Clay and Skylar almost getting to that third item, and it would have made such a difference if they got it.
And the damage spread
No,
is
yan
really
nga sinabi
damage
ni,
from
ano,
RQ. You can see that Bruno and
ni-
Pakito will do physical damage as well.
ni
R7,
Seiya
you can
kahapon.
see Clay can deal the magic
That
damage,
is so
but again,
stupid,
this
right?
is a mid-lane Unox.
Pero
Mid-lane
again,
Unox is
that
not as
goes to
quick
show, man.
when it comes to the
That
tempo
goes to show
as
kung
compared
gaano
to
ka,
like Farsa, for example, or maybe Aurelia.
famous
That maybe
and
they got
how
one if
many
RQ
people are
actually put
supporting
these moves
RQ.
into the
Pero
goal
ito yung
lane, maybe
irony
get a little
ito yung
bit
irony, man.
themselves. That is a valid
RRQ,
answer to the Aldous. But
natalo
then
sila
again,
sa
RQ,
upper
they were
bracket.
So focused in the laning stage,
3-0.
and it's true that the Bruno
Laban
has
sa
played
Onyx
a
PH.
decent laning
Onyx.
against Clint. But imagine if
Tapos,
it was like
sa lower
something along the
bracket,
lines of,
they're gonna get
hopefully
taken
Lupa or
out
maybe a
again
Brody
by another
might have a
Filipino
better
team.
chance or shot
Blacklist
at
International,
Clint, but boy,
3-0.
oh boy, Blacklist International did punish.
So against Filipino teams, they are
Yep,
just
honestly, not just
ineffective.
OHEB, the
I mean,
entire team
maganda
played
naman yung
off
pinakita nilang game nung ano, game 1 laban sa Blacklist. Pero man, game 2 and game number 3, wala. Sorry. Sorry. Hindi naman sa wala silang palag. Pero parang hindi naman sa back and forth yung nangyari. Parang okay, may mga maliliit na wins, back and forth, na maliliit lang. Pero hindi naman sa, uy, momentum swing ganyan. Hindi naman. Kumusta pride yung mga Indo? Wala nga eh.
didn't match against this tank.
Saya, di ba ito yung sinasabi mo kahapon? Yung ano, yung Instagram ng Onyx. Hindi ko naintindihan kahapon eh. Sabi mo kasi mga 20 million, hindi ko naintindihan. Sabi ko, what? Last topak lang eh, no? Pero ganun nga sila ka-famous. Last topak eh. OHEB 10-0-2. Man. OHEB, man. Carrying the team.
Our MVP of this game coming in from Blacklist International, OHEB with his 10-0-2.
Crazy.
Perfect KDA to close the game out. The man goes for the greediest build that he could possibly get his hands on.
20 million. Yeah, hindi ko naintindihan eh.
He's going to be shredding through everybody with a 92 KP. Understandably so, Blacklist International saw the snowball in OHEB already by the time he had his third kill, and from there, they just needed to peel for him, chunk him out, and OHEB, one of the more aggressive gold lane marksmen, he just goes in and picks up those kills.
Oh,
He
yeah.
came up big today, as not only in this particular game, but he was very aggressive with the Clint to the advantage of Blacklist International, and the trust coming out and the composure coming out from the entire team of Blacklist International allowed for OHEB to make those big jumps.
Okay, next.
He was able
1 hour. Ibig sabihin, ano? Get fatter. Sige yan, get fat. Get fat.
This battle on the road here. It's time to be.
So ngayon, it's going to be EVOS SG versus Todak from Malaysia.
Their loss against RQ was just 3-1.
Game number 1 pa lang siguro to.
But for Todak, they are putting all of their eggs into the basket. I remember that
first loss. They have been looking unstoppable.
Yeah, that's true.
They want to.
So Farza first ban, ah. Hindi Eva, Farza, okay.
From their mistakes against Navi, that Phobius was just insane.
Oh, okay.
We were talking about how they need to
Dalawang supports ang binan ng EVOS SG, ah. Wow.
Here's the thing. Estes for Humes, 100% win rate. And Clint from the side of
to kind of take. Eve is still up for grabs.
Brody!
Go for the Karina if they want to if they want to go for just a comfort hero for Potato, but I feel like the Eve is a no-brainer. It's either the Eve or the Beatrix. And we've seen Sayla do
Esmeralda,
play very well and in the group stage.
I'm feeling Eve here.
I'm feeling Eve too, because that's exactly what they did against BTK. Because it actually makes a lot of sense. If the Beatrix
okay.
I was thinking maybe we're gonna see an early song for Formays.
Sabi ni.
You have the E4.
55.
Oh, Esmeralda.
Insta-pick.
Rather interesting. They show Esmeralda now rather than later, and Beatrix still relatively flexible.
Yeah, ito yung usual openings eh, ng mga tao. Eve, Beatrix, Esmeralda, inopen naman nila.
This is under the assumption that Formays is playing in the jungle.
Clint is gone though.
Esmeralda is going to be a really good pick.
Pati Brody. So tinanggal niya na yung dalawang pwede mag-go head-to-head with the Beatrix. But, hindi pa natin sure kung Beatrix will be a gold lane or a support. Esmeralda hindi rin natin sure kung gold to or XP.
Because it just balls against
on that, because EVO's SG, they are known to suffocate their opponents with the smallest of leads.
Ito na, Rafaela.
As it is a hero that they used against
58%, 59%. Okay. So pakita, hindi pa natin sure again kung core ba to or side lane.
But instead,
Selena, okay.
Yeah, I actually like the Selena pick more than the Roger pick. Again, considering that EVO's SG with
Selena pick. YZ, Lancelot.
I like the bands coming in from Todak. That Karina
ban. Yung Karina ni Potato eh, no? Tapos, ano, Nathan ban. Okay.
Of a long game coming out from Todak, right?
Yeah.
Tilted towards the direction, especially because of the Yuzhong ban. Maybe that really spoke to EVOs that maybe Todak wants to go for double marksman setup.
That's the thing. I was thinking that too. I was thinking Todak may have pivoted their idea considering what EVOs
Posible kaya ang gagawin ng Todak dito? Double marksman mid, roaming Selena, and then isa pang side lane na tanky Todak. Maybe pwede nang gawin yun.
I honestly feel like Todak, they're going for a very hard pick composition now.
Okay, true. Pwedeng side lane din to. Pwede ring roam. So, hindi pa natin alam ano yung last pick ng Todak. So, this seems good.
I wonder if Evo's
Tapos pwedeng pang mag-wave the dragon yung Cho sa Eve. Naku!
Get them the most optimal pick for
Evos, okay. Popol.
Sure, they have the AoE from the Uranus and the Eve, but the Popo and Koopa, I don't know where this fits in. I guess the Popo and Koopa
Uranus.
is picked here more to peel as well, with the stun, with the herb. Do you really feel like the Roger right here? Yeah.
Oh,
again,
Lunox,
I don't like the
okay.
Roger being picked up here, but wait a minute.
Who's going in the jungle?
Wait
Who's
a
going
minute.
in the jungle?
Wait.
I don't know who's going in the jungle.
oh man, I don't want to live
Welcome.
in the reality where this theory crafted jungle Lunox.
Wait a minute.
Don't worry.
Time. This is
Yeah, who is their
successful.
jungle?
So he's gonna go with gold.
It's gonna be Evo's SG up.
This reality, I've seen this in a lot of YouTube videos.
What universe are we in?
We have Todak. They have been watching a lot of TikTok videos, man. It's just way too much
Oh
stuff.
man.
But
Gago,
okay,
Lunox nga jungle.
quick when it comes to taking the jungle. But it's been a long time.
Oh my
Even
God.
Rice also showed this.
Whoa,
So
that's
they-
actually really fast. He's already
was
done
fast.
with his purple, and now
Wait
he's
a
already
minute.
on Lethal Wanderer. What the heck?
Yeah, it's very quick.
All right, did they just crack? Did they just make a new meta here? This is insane. Todak already with the lead in the early stages, and oh my, I'm speechless right now.
I am just as speechless as you are here. And let's look at the priorities in the lanes. Gear's already matching up with 4 Maze. Moon has to deal with Sayla, but has basically no mid pressure without Yums to make the play. And you can see JPL just playing towards that top side. Now, Wolf, explain to us, what else does this Lunox jungle actually bring to the table?
All right. The only problem you have with the Lunox is that you don't have Flicker, but otherwise it has very quick farming. All right, you get your Clock of Destiny so quickly, then eventually you get your Truncheon or maybe your Holy Crystal, and you just run at your opponents. It's just way too quick. And the turtle, it's also gonna go down so fast. If you just blink, it will be melted because of the
darkness.
Chaos Assault.
Okay.
Okay, I see where you're coming from here. I'm
Level 4.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's already level 4. Potato just hit his level 4. He's been level 4 for
Oh,
a full
shit.
minute, and now they're trying to punish Potato, but Potato already getting a clean combination on towards Moon's side. The train kill is already there as Yums finds it.
What?
It's 2v2 so far, but Chiku, guys, is holding on strong, has a second all ready to go. Yums cannot find another pick. That is going to be a 1-for-1 trade for Evos SG and Todak.
All right, wait a minute, another fight though.
Yeah, no, I don't think this is going to exactly get the answer that you're looking
Oh, wait
for,
a
but
minute.
Adamir is getting close. He walks straight
1
into
year
the
ago.
crosshair, but Yums has got him covered.
All right, firstly, I just want to talk about this Lunox jungle. Let's stay on that point real quick because, yes, very fast clear, but I thought for sure that it would not deal damage here in the early game, but they were able to get a 1-for-1 pretty easily. Sure, Potato did more burst initially, but Chiku, guys, with
Let's
that
see how
Chaos
fast
Assault,
this
just
is, okay.
huge damage coming
That's
back
3
onto
seconds,
it. So
4
even in the
seconds,
early
5
stages, this
seconds,
hero
6
is a
seconds,
menace.
7
Well, let's
seconds,
see how
8
they
seconds.
test
Ay,
the
hindi,
limits.
wala
Now
na.
it's going to be a 4v4
Reset na to.
situation as they start pulling up. Are they gonna
Ay, hindi
reset
na,
this?
hindi na reset.
Able to get
Pero
inside,
nakuha
so
ng
more
ano.
manipulation as Formate trying to get on out of there. It's a little too late, but the Brilliance works out perfectly.
Brilliance,
One
brilliance,
outside. They're on the run.
brilliance,
Moon
brilliance.
cannot disengage. Drops on the Abyssal Arrow onto Potato's side. Chiku, can he get out? He's still
Chiku, patay.
No, Potato gets his cooldowns back.
Okay.
Double jab to finish off the fight.
Nakuha ni Potato din yung ano, yung turtle. So, 100% win there for Evos SG.
That Lunox has been nerfed for quite a long time, particularly in the movement speed. And he moves so slow. You saw how he had to run away from Evos SG but wasn't in time because Evos SG, if you're looking at their heroes, just because of this...
Nerf pala yung movement speed ni Lunox?
From the Singaporean squad.
Dati daw?
is just
I
way
didn't
Again,
notice.
It's the same thing coming into this game. Evos SG playing around.
Okay,
JPL.
Uranus.
Sure, JPL didn't.
Uranus
didn't
versus
seem like it
AS,
did anything.
man.
He actually was the one
Hello sa'yo,
who body
man.
blocked that Selena
Oy,
arrow that was
nasipa.
almost able to cancel it, but look,
JPL, Rafaela, na-stun. Nicely done, nice dodge. Nice juke from the Rafaela.
What a great lineup coming up from the Holy Baptism, coming up from JPL. Really hit two people, that's why he was able to just back down. One thing that Evos SG can abuse is this top lane.
Vote for
where
Evos
Power
SG.
is. Maybe they can push
I
that
actually
lane,
voted for
force
Todak.
this Beatrix to already burn the
To
neutral
win it all,
fashion,
ah.
or
Kasi
maybe the
feeling ko
round
mas
launcher,
versatile
and then
Todak eh.
eventually push that
Pero
top lane
I
to
voted
the
for
field.
Evos SG na to win the first game. Weird, no?
It has been a topic that's been scratching
83
my mind. Is it gonna be
credits.
Momo, or is it
Bakit?
gonna be Admir who's gonna be
AFK
actually
ba yan?
controlling
Reported
this
ka?
lane?
Ano ba?
Players.
Di ba nagsabi ka rin ng low credits dati?
JPL was actually able to body block from the Abyssal Arrow that was already used to
Oh,
cancel the
okay,
real world
Potato.
rotation. So it was actually playing it really well. Again, like we have
Zoning,
predicted,
zoning.
front-to-back composition protecting Sayla.
All right, so if they're going to be continuing to protect Sayla for this side, it looks like Todak has switched their...
Gago, pinsan mo pa yung mismo yung nag-report sa'yo? Tangin ang mga pinsan yan.
It is a Uranus, so I guess...
Tangin ang mga pinsan yan. Gago. 111 credits. Di wow. Di wow sa'yo. Yums taking a lot of harass damage, pero Evos is just getting free turtle.
Well, just remember, passion made possible coming up for the single report.
Si Chico do, kinukuha lahat. Kinukuha lahat ng turtle, jungle. Oy, potato. Sira. Pero tingnan natin tong ano ha, Chico ha.
Yeah. I always say that if you blink, you'll miss your turret. When it comes to the Popo and Koopa, with the early game...
Oy, patay. Chico doing it, pero he will die. Yun ang problema. Nako, Todak. Nako, patay din ang inyong Selena. That is not bad. That is not good. That's not bad. That's not good.
Get the victory. This front-to-back composition is working wonders again because Todak, they want to go in, but they simply cannot with the damage and that peel of Evo's SG. Look at how they're able to siege these turrets as well. They're actually zoning away the members with the pressure from Potato and that damage from that Popol.
Oh man, it's rough, but you can tell.
Evo's SG isa sa mga proponents ng side lane.
Their next one, I'm guessing, is going to be
side lane Popol. I mean, nagagamit naman yan ano. Wala. Selena ano, Selena Roam. Meron. Selena Roam, Selena Mid. That's it.
You saw that this turret in the mid lane.
No Selena core. Ay na, mas nauna pa itong ano yan. Uy, nasira. Patay. Pero patay din. Okay. So, Roam for Roam. Nawala.
Finding the return kill. It's really going back and forth between the two teams.
Yeah, roamer for roamer right now, but honestly for the side of Evo's SG, they have the pressure. They have
but
the
Evo's SG getting 2 turtles and 2 kills ahead, as well as 1 turret ahead. Mga nasa lang. Eh, wala naman gumagamit ng gourd, so hindi mo compare. Hindi nga tayo nakakita ng Lunox eh, hindi nga tayo nakakita ng Eve eh. Nakakita pa tayo ng Esmeralda sa rank? Not that much, pero meron. Pero not that much. Grabe. Pero imagine mo yun, no? Potato getting the turtle and then taas, Cheek, Adamir on this Popol, just trying to bully everybody. Nasira pa nga yung turret sa top. Gago. Mid lane. Muntikan. Nako, Evo's SG, pataas ang gold lead nila. 4K na ang gold lead. Oy! Namatay ang ni Potato.
This is what Todak wants to do with the composition. Go for picks and
okay, Yums. Getting Adamir. Yeah. But, natamaan pa nga. Oh shit! Oh shit! That damage from Beatrix!
Wait a minute!
Can they actually go for one more?
Let me see that again. Ang ina that. Ang ganda na nito eh, pinapatay nila si Adamir, right? Mabubuhay. Tapos, Chico, target ni Sayla. Boom. Look at this. Oh, Momo ulti fucking shit.
Coming out from Momo's side. Wait a minute. Can they actually go for one more? No, they won't, but they will look to open mid-tier 1.
This is exactly what they want to do. Keep on going for the picks, and that's simply going to be another one for Todak.
Nope, it's Uranus. He's got more than enough sustainability. Potatoes coming in with a vengeance. Doesn't hit the knock-up strike, but more than enough damage to shove Moon away.
Ano ba yung sinabi mo?
Arrow stuns him up.
Si Sele? Or minsan? Minsan lang.
Sorry, 2-level lead.
So ano naman siya, parang hindi naman siya sa alien. Hindi naman siya alien as a core deal sa Pilipinas. Pero, you know, very infrequent and I don't know kung gaano ka taas yung win rate ng Corcel. I would guess it's not that great.
Raw damage coming out from the Beatrix, and on top of that, arrow coming out from Moon, coming in clutch. That's why they were able to.
Dati?
And now they have
Dati.
just cut the deficit. It's almost even.
Maybe.
When it comes to the economy.
Salina assassin naman eh, so maybe.
Are they going to get this catch? Is this a potential bait? Todak just waiting in the brushes. Looks like they back away.
Yeah, Evo's SG right now, they are actually caught in quite a bit of a tough decision.
Oy! Salina.
Toughie situation indeed, but Potato can't finish him
Oh.
off.
Nako! Potato!
Bennett's rage here. Momo is not going to finish him off. He knows Gears nearby, but where's the rest of the team?
Natapakan pa nga ng tae. Patay. Nakaapak pa siya ng tae, gago. Saan yung tae? Saan lang galing yung tae? Nakatapak siya ng tae.
Toughie situation indeed, but Potato can't finish him off. Still gets clipped by Bennett's rage here. Momo is not going to finish him off. He knows Gears nearby, but where's
May tae doon. Gago. The power of the tae. Gago. That's the power of advanced traps, man.
Is amazing. He's been on
Momo
point.
Beatrix.
And look how Todak is able to split the map up and go for objectives here.
Pero ngayon, since nawala na yung jungler ng kalaban.
The flicker out of the poor man. Ooh, it's looking tough.
Four mace. Okay, boy.
Oh no, Evo's now on the defensive.
And speaking of retribution, Chico guys just destroyed that Lord so quickly, just with that ultimate of the
Grabe, no?
darkness. We know that with the Chaos Assault, that deals so much damage against high HP targets.
Formaze has to get on out of there once again. Looks like he can't look for that engagement, but so far Lord has kind of spawned, and now Todak can get on the offensive, but a lot of their members, they've got to be very, very careful. Evos has more than enough damage to take him out. It's going to be a contestation so far, but
yung sakit.
good run to that damage first before Momo is going to be clearing these waves. Gear taking so much more damage than you would have expected.
Honestly, right now for the side of Todak and Evo's SG, there are very clear objectives, very clear win conditions for both of the sides. Todak, they have a lot of pick, but they need to be able to land it onto one, burst one member one by one, isolate their targets. On the other side,
Okay, Eve.
Talking about the
Pero, mamamatay ba si Chico? Nandun ang Brilliance. Hindi pa nga namatay si Chico, gago. Hindi pa namatay si Mon. Nirek. Nirekolan pa nga. Bastos, gago.
Satisfied with just a maniac.
The maniac by Momo.
Gago.
That was amazing. But again, that's
Beatrix
how they were
maniac.
able to win the fight. They were able to isolate one by one. Sayla popped the ultimate, but there was no follow-up instantly. And Todak.
Nako, Todak making me look like an idiot. Sabi ko, Todak will win it all in 5 games. But Evos will win game 1. Sabi ko ganyan. Pero sabi ni Todak, what? You pick us to win, but lose the first game?
In just 11 minutes, and this is amazing for Todak.
Well, hindi pa na tapos, pero they are leading by a lot of momentum.
Not from Evo's SG, but then again, the counter engages because of the arrows and because of the damage of Momo.
Pero feeling ko dapat hinabol ni Paquito is yung Lunox.
Crossover. Then eventually he gets the stun as well. Moon with his abyssal arrows and abyssal trap placement, as well as the good crossover. The footwork from this guy is amazing.
It's almost like this guy took a picture with me. What the heck is that?
Another abyssal arrow.
Abyssal arrow.
Mace taking a good run to that damage, but now Gear. Oh my goodness, he was in so much trouble. He manages to get out of Nibiru's passion just in time. Oh, Todak now developing a good goal lead for themselves, but notice
3K lang 3K lang
And also notice that it's 34 to 38. 42 is going to be a very key point.
At this point for Evo's SG, you really gotta think, what do you need to do? Because Todak, they can isolate the members so easily now, just playing the lanes, playing for the siege, and zoning them away from the turrets. Now, it is 70 seconds until the Lord spawns. Oh, just some tauntings going on here. But again, for the side of Todak, this is what they want, right? They just isolate the members, using the Cho, using the Beatrix, all these damage coming in to one person. They really do want to go for the 5v5. But even then, they need to be this coordinated team. They need to use all their abilities, chain it together. Whereas Todak, they can go freestyle with it.
I love how Yums and Gear are just spam recalling both the two youngest players on each of the teams. It definitely feels brothers at war.
They have played so many times against each other.
Wait, hold on. No. It looks like it's going to be A-OK for now, but they're slowly walking up here as, this is getting a very awkward position for EVOS SG, and they're realizing they're losing control over the map. They have to start exerting pressure.
You gotta take a look. When we're talking about pressure, you have to talk about that Abyssal Trap. That's just been so annoying. The placement of this Abyssal Trap for Moon is just immaculate. You can see, where is he placing it? He's always placing it in these choke points where they want to fall back to when they are in a tough situation, in that top side and the bottom side. This is the entrance to the jungle. This is where they are going to be able to get some vision on the map when they don't have any pressure there.
It's the most amount of value you can get out of these Abyssal Arrows.
For EVOS SG, they wanted badly to get out of their
Are you sure, Selena?
their lineup. They want to go for the early game control, but here, going for
Oh, he just goes down! What?
Are you sure, Selena? Kaya nga eh.
Easily, no problems whatsoever. And this is going to be huge.
Pero
Initial stun coming out of Yum so far. Bennett range going out well.
Lunox going in. May mamamatay si Eve.
Yum's able to get the third energy.
Holy shit, Potato dead.
As Momo finds the auto attacks to put the last nail in the coffin here. EVOS SG on the run. JPL finally goes down, and that's going to be an open way.
Patay pa nga. Tapos ang laban, gago.
For game number 1, Todak have taken it away. GG, well
Mali ako.
I feel like for the side of
Tangina.
we do
Kala ko EVOS naman nanalo game 1. Todak did it.
But they weren't able
Wow.
to off of it. Right. The thing is,
Man.
the brawls, but they keep on looking for the brawls for the side of EVOS SG. You had the turrets, you had this play. Just keep on doing it. Play the side lanes, look for some pressure, and then go.
kidding.
What a game.
But yes, I want to know more.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it, but Selena, they should have really spare onto Momo, and then they went ham.
Tayo nanalo Todak with a core Lunox. Gago. Hayop.
40-second matchup. EVOS SG, their lineup actually looked solid. This was
Pero Beatrix talaga gumawa.
Right now, we
Beatrix
do have
talaga.
to look at itemization of Toda, and we do have to remember that Lunox is a tank destroyer because she can penetrate a lot. But looking at itemization over here, having a Genius 1 as well as the Divine Glaive, then any kind of defense that
Siyempre si Moon din gumagawa din. Yung ang dami niyang dami niyang
look at this Paquito having no magic resist except from the boots, and from the side of gear.
magic resist. Meron siya Athena shield, baliw.
In fact, looking across the board, only the Rafaela has that Athena shield. So
si Paquito.
if two guys goes in front, he's gonna deal a lot of damage just by having the Clock of Destiny as well as the Holy Crystal, but having more penetration with the Divine Glaive and Genius 1, they're not gonna they're not gonna sustain a lot of damage. And again, Momo, this Demon Sword, it's not fair.
Yep, even Sayla had to build an Oracle. Even he felt like he was in trouble. And not to mention, look at Moon, he's the one who actually built the Durans. Not even on Chico, guys. So all of those traps, as mentioned earlier, were in such key points. They were in choke points, and sometimes I don't doubt that maybe Moon, as long as there's a team fight,
They were forced to build physical defense, but then they just have to take the brunt of damage coming in from Foami's Moon as well as Chico, guys.
For the side of Todak, yes, they're a pick style.
Punching
Okay.
in there.
Too aggressive.
Because that is Todak's number.
So ito na yung mga
Being banned out for EVOS. Todak.
So Farza, Estes, Eve, Band, Clint, Phobius, and Lilia. Okay. Talagang ino-open lang nila yung Beatrix. Okay. Open Paquito, okay, and Esme. Okay. Okay. Pretty good.
Right? Because the burst, alright? But now against this kind of competition, other damage dealers from Todak, if you really
Want to secure for their
Kagura and Ken si
Interesting
Rafaela.
why they immediately go towards Kagura's side. I don't match up with the Esmeralda with Urain.
this hero, it really
because for Todak, you don't know if this Paquito
Matilda. Safe
Or did they
picks.
start looking for clamping down continuously on
Selena Ban, Karina Ban,
you don't need to ban Chico.
si YZ,
gold laner early.
Yep, at this point,
Loy.
you don't really want
Okay.
to get him more from Todak. Said it's
It's a setup for a link.
Angela!
That's the question. Right
a lot
Wow.
of ways to set that
Are
up.
they gonna go for
Also,
somebody
the
like a
choice
Roger
for,
now?
Lancelot, perhaps? It's not banned by Evo, so also a hero that Todak really likes.
They could go for a Roger.
Something along the lines of backdrop, but instead they go for the
Gago, they really could go for a Roger laban sa Cyclops.
100% win rate.
You want to go
And
crazy?
pwede rin naman
You want to go
Lancelot.
crazy? I'll go crazy as well. Evo's SG responds.
Although pwede
with
rin
the
sila
Cyclops.
mag-link.
It's only been picked one time in the
Gago,
jungle.
Todak.
It is going to go to the jungle here with a clear front line with a sustain. Still going for that front to back.
That's so very interesting. I don't know if Todak is rubbing off on EVOS here and really excited.
Cyclops ano ba to? Cyclops score kaya to?
I'm very curious to see how this plays out. We don't.
Is that a Brody? Who's
Yeah,
going to
that's
the jungle?
Brody nga.
All right. So yeah, talking
Of positioning. That's the Todak.
So who is the jungler?
I feel like if Angela would just simply hard guard, you use
Okay, Paquito versus ano,
Look at this. Esmeralda,
versus
Matilda,
Cyclops.
and Paquito can just dive and destroy that back line.
Yeah, I think it's just all about that disruption. But so far, JPL is getting shoved out of the lane. Potato has to slowly take away this purple. Todak doing a really good job at understanding how this Cyclops jungle works, how they get the Lethal Wanter using their priority over the top side of the map.
One that is really one thing that they can open up. As good as it is for EVO's SG, we're getting that Cyclops out of their pocket strategies. It's kind of easy to invade. You have the Paquito as well as this Matilda.
Blue.
Very strong
Naka-ano siya,
when
naka-Yoda siya.
pushing the tempo in the early stages of the game. So turtle fight for sure. Todak will want to engage against EVO's SG because of this Matilda as well as this Paquito.
But just look at how Todak so far is just controlling this mid lane. Both Yums and Moon are doing a good job so far.
Honestly, if we're taking a look at this,
Adamir.
EVO's SG should have a little bit of a lead in that gold side. They need to play around it, but the thing is, with the Cyclops and Rafaela, you're not really a gank-heavy composition. You can't really go for these ganks. Nothing to set up with that. So they can
Oy,
only fight.
patay ka, gago. Sabi na.
EVO's SG going to be opening things up. First blood by Razor going over to the home country so far. Potato really using that star power lockdown. As soon as you hit level 4, that's when you want to see. But Chiku guy is going to be running towards JPL side. Will he get the jab up in time? No, but Adamir switches over to Nibiru. Hoping that Chiku might have gone in, but Chiku recognizing the threat.
This really opens up the turtle, right? Because they were already able to get a kill. JPL forced to use the flicker, and Todak will feel more confident now taking into the turtle fight.
The star power lockdown.
Moon, he's already going to be locked down Yin Yang overturn, but it does all
There is the Yin Yang overturn. Pero patay ang kanilang turtle.
One by one, four mace now trying to make it out of there, but even Yums, he is caught in a bad position, and Sailor should be able, but he will buy as much time with these love taps as possible. Turtle should also be going into the favor of EVOS SG. A great start for the Singaporean representative.
Oh!
Wins the 1v1 against
Momo.
Very unlucky, just out of range of that auto attack.
Oh, that is beautiful because they got the kill and then they also denied some of the minions away from this Beatrix. And Todak, if they want to win that lane, they are surely in the right track. Unfortunately for EVO's SG, the lack of the Rafaela allowed Todak to go for Potato all the time, and now they're taking the turtle once again.
Yep, they can contest it. It's a 4v4 situation. Sayla has a flank angle, but they're waiting for the right opportunities, and where we go.
JPL pinasok, pero there is that high loss going in for Mace.
So deep into this, can he take out Sayla? No, not enough time, and now Moon can only pull him with the guiding wind. Yums keeping him alive so far. Oh, they trade 1 for nothing in favor of EVOS SG.
Yeah, this is a composition. This is what
Wait,
it's
what?
built for. Going
1 for nothing, huh?
Guiding win, Yums keeping
JPL kaya namatay, gago, 1 for nothing.
forward. It is actually leaving a huge opening for Todak to dive to that back line. But with this, with gear moving
Nasa matay si
backwards as well,
Chico,
it was
so ano.
easy for Potato to kite back using the star power lockdown to just be self-sufficient and in the end get the better picks on the board.
The fights were always close, and they always lose their jungler to the point where it's 4 minutes, and now this is the only time we'll be getting the first turtle. And Todak really taking advantage of this. They fended off EVOS SG and will take the safe turtle.
Yeah, but EVOS SG has been setting up. They gave up Turtle to get first move on towards this bottom tier 1. They're going to be taking away as much gold as they can from the shield. Star power lockdown right on top of Momo. It's going to be a killing spree for Sayla with the Yin Yang overturn to maybe catch out Moon at the same time.
Hey, what?
They find the
Napatay nila si Kagura.
shield. Star power lockdown right on top of Momo. It's going to be a killing spree for Sayla with the Yin Yang overturn to maybe catch out Moon at the same time.
Hindi enough.
Turn kill. Nicely.
Kala ko mamubuhay siya doon. Dami pa niyang buhay dun eh.
So, guys, this is wonderful. We're gonna be invading the purple buff of EVOS SG, and Cyclops badly wants that purple buff.
Yeah, they
EVOS
really
SG
need
are
that purple buff,
overstaying here
man.
in the bottom lane. Despite them having a push after the turret here, maybe Todak can take advantage of the other parts of the map.
Yeah, I feel like tunnel visioning coming in for the side of EVOS SG. They go for the bottom side turret, but look at the mid lane. Chunk to half of the turret gold and that top side as well. Remember, in the bottom side, yes, you do get some pressure, you do get some gold, but this is isolated gold for 4Maze, a person that you do not want the gold to go to.
I think the better question is which team actually scales better in this matchup. I can't really predetermine this. Any thoughts on that, Wolf?
Malamang
It's
Todak.
difficult because you're looking at both Beatrix as well as Brody. They're kind of weird when it comes to their scaling. I would say this is the Beatrix sided when it comes to the scaling, but the other heroes of Todak outscales the other heroes of EVOS SG. I'm not gonna look at this Cyclops hard hitting in the late game as compared to a Paquito.
True.
Or maybe this Esmeralda, right?
True.
But then again, I think they're quite in the middle. That being said, it might be equal.
Oh shit.
Speaking of which, you
Kagura.
Bolon is not going to kill him. Stop. Takes him out just
Patay.
in time. And now we're seeing the disengage coming in from Adamir after
No
the
way.
25 memories. But Adamir, he
Patay.
wants more. Momo, he finds one. He's trying to get on out of there, but Gear is
Pero
prepared
there
for
is
it.
the
Looking for
damage.
next kill as Sayla takes him out just in time. It's going to be 4Maze in the back line now. Does he have enough damage? Falling Star Moon as well, taking out the jungler Potato. And here comes the Heart Guard as well. Todak wants more. The waves pushing in their favor, and Gear is gonna fall. Puppet on a string connects mid-tier 1, going to fall in favor of Todak. And both
Gago.
teams
Todak
are
doing
not
it.
giving each other a single inch.
Fights again and again for both of these sides, but it is gonna go. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh shit.
It's not done yet, but
Mundigan.
how finally Moon actually coming in with a circling eagle.
Whoa.
He takes him out with the soul.
Moon.
I'm surprised it didn't go on any other targets there, but hey, things happen.
Again, this is what I want. I want to, again, just keep on elaborating the fact that EVOS SG, they can't look for these crazy brawls. They need to play it organized. These team fights are going to favor Todak every time it gets messy. It's a very clear front-to-back composition that you need to stay disciplined on, whereas Todak just keep on brawling. Paquito goes for one, the other one goes. They're all going to win when they're
It's true.
1v1s, man.
Adamir went for the high risk, no reward.
Very
play.
high risk.
He flickered it in front of the members of Todak and got extremely punished.
Patay yan.
Talking about punishment for me.
Eh, gago, buhay pa?
No way! He survives with the help of the Heart Guard as well. Two guys going straight in. Double jab combo going straight as Sayla uses his yin yang overturn falling into the hands of
Patay
Gear.
daw si Cyclops. Uh-oh.
The backline. Circling Eagle takes
Circling
down one.
Eagle, and then
Momo
there's
looks
more
for the other.
damage. JPL is gonna
will
die.
not survive the
Ooh.
onslaught.
Triple kill for Momo.
Momo
In the last
again
game,
doing
was
it.
a maniac. This guy has just been on a roll. The team sets the fight up and he just capitalizes and punishes everybody he sees.
Man.
Todak already overextended, but EVOS
Todak
SG, they
looking to go
overextended
for
harder than what
2-0
Todak
right
did. They
now.
lost so much because of that. They even lost their turret. Surely they got a turret
That's
in the mid lane
Cyclops.
as an
That's
exchange for their tier
Cyclops.
1. However, Todak still wins the economic battle. In fact, they are leading by 3.8 thousand gold now.
I mean, he's not doing that bad, pero for 3 deaths as a, as the core, that is not great.
For SG, they're not ready yet. They don't have anti-heals just for now, and that means that this sustained composition from Todak will almost automatically win team fights.
Yeah, true.
At this point of the game, Todak with a 4,000 gold lead, they're going to be able to use this, the kill lead, the gold lead to look for more turrets on the board. They can look for skirmishes, pickoffs all over the map, and even sieges with a Brody.
Oh, I mean, how long could they actually do this for? I mean, Brody, yes, he has plenty of damage right now, but let's say 5 minutes down the road, where are we going to be at? This is going to be the same position as Gear is going to get hit by the puppet on the string so far. Close strike coming out of Momo, but here comes Shiku, guys. They see him, and EVOS just back away. They're not going to take this traditional front to front just yet.
Stolen orange buff. You don't want that. And now Adamir trapped in a bad spot. Swarm Mace is here.
I don't think they're going to go further than this. They've already got the orange buff as well. Looks like Todak want to be splitting up the map here. Notice where Moon is so far, as he's keeping an eye on the movements of EVOS SG.
Is it a time for Todak? look what they're doing. They're actually not just tunnel visioning onto one objective. They're actually using the Lord as a distraction and getting more objectives on the board. And this is what I love to see from Todak. This is the refined version of Todak that we've seen in the Na'Vi game. Now they've improved even more, and you can see how threatening they are, how dangerous they are by playing the map like this.
JPL, scout the fucking bushes.
On the Lord. Let's see how this team
Ayun,
up.
na-scout na ni, ni Sayla.
Good chunk of Yums, but really doesn't matter. It's an Angela, both going back to their lanes.
Well, speaking of sustain, you already have the Durance onto Moon, which means that EVO's SG will not have as much healing as they want. If you're looking at their composition, they only have one anti-heal onto Gear. That's the Dominance Ice, and I'm pretty sure that will not be enough against the all-sustain comp of Todak.
Let's see if this sustain is enough. Going in, but
Oy, nice si Dan. Patay. Walang hard guard dito. Pero mamamatay si Formes.
Star power lockdown doesn't even go through. The Purify makes it out, but Momo is absolutely crushing it. Sayla falls so very quickly.
Yun ang problema, guys. Kasi si Gear lang yung pinakapasok ninyo.
One member before the Lord fight even started. The fact that they targeted these members really well. Like I mentioned, if you split up as EVO's SG, which they did, it's going to be a travesty. It's going to be a tragedy because Todak, they want to go. They want you guys to be start to be messy in those team fights.
They have the stuns, they have the crowd control, they have chainsaws, but they're not using it, and Todak takes full advantage of that. Big play coming up from Formes, going for that backline play that really disallowed EVO's SG to follow up onto Gear.
Yep, and now all the tier 2s are going to be falling here. Formes is going to be trying to zone out JPL. Lord goes down on top side, but full map control goes over to Todak with a 7.4k lead.
Damn, that's a lot of gold lead.
Vladimir get the hits up, but it seems like Todak, they're just taking advantage of this, already forcing the glorious pathway.
Ano yan? Bakit ka nag-glorious pathway?
Coming out of EVO's SG. We also saw the yin-yang overturn coming out of Sayla.
Yeah, true.
The thing is, they keep on going for these pickoffs. They keep on going for these engages. Once again, I'm going to say it. EVO's SG, they need to play it off of an engage from Todak. Their composition relies on it. Adamir with the ultimate, JPL with the peel, Gear right there to ensure that good escape with the glorious pathway. It just fits so well with their composition, and there you go, another fight.
Yep, they're already engaging. Oh my goodness.
Okay, napatay nila, pero Paquito going in. May heart guard pa nga. Okay, napatay.
The opportunity. They've already got one. Momo can only do so much damage, but can he find JPL in that time? Sayla makes it on out. Gear zoning out.
Okay, that's 1 for 2. That's 1 for 2. You live with that. You live with that. Jungle for jungle.
They finally do it, and they finally get a win. Todak, they had 7,000 gold ahead of EVO's SG, but EVO's SG still were able to win that. Why? Because their composition was built for that.
They dove under the tier 3 turret, the inhibitor of EVO's SG. You know that's not gonna end well for them.
Yeah.
However, they still got a kill.
Saka ano pa lang yun, level 1 Lord pa lang, so not really that big of a lead pa.
That in the replay, you're gonna understand why they did it. Unfortunately, it wasn't that clean, and Momo, I think he's doing the right job trying to go for this turret, which is perfect, and then eventually might go for a turn apart memory. It's just that this Hylos getting on top of Moon as well as the Paquito just made it so difficult for them to recover. Then again, they still are having a big lead.
Yep, but again, the big play coming in from JPL. Holy Baptism making all the difference. That's so keys to victory. Coincidence? I think not.
Wrap around from Todak.
It's not gonna be. It's not looking good here. I think Todak don't have any real position that go through. 2 of their members on top side, 3 of their members down on bot side. The 2 split. They're not gonna make a decision just yet.
Again, Todak. This is why I kind of dislike the side of EVO's SG, because even if they go for an engage, it's not going to work for them. Todak, they just proactive on the map, using this aggression, using this mobility, using the damage all over to control it, and now it is just about the wave control. It's about the macro. You can see the setup all done by Todak. They're just freezing the waves, just trying to choke and suffocate EVO's SG. The thing that EVO's SG actually likes to do to other teams, they can't handle it at this point. They don't have any strong side laners that can actually walk self-sufficient, I should say, not strong, because technically they have strong side laners, but it's just like, You can't 1v on Esmeralda, you can't 1v on these members.
No, I get where you're coming from here, and I think what Todak is trying to do with the lead that they have, they've already hit the 42k mark, which is a very significant power spike, but they need all of the EVOS SG members caught out at once and completely wipe the floor if they're going to end the game in one fell swoop.
I love this from Momo. He went in for the rose gold meteor to allow himself to tank up while also still dealing the damage, because if you're looking at EVOS SG, they want to burst down heroes as soon as possible. With extra sustain from Todak, this rose gold meteor allows him to just survive the initial burst and then eventually top up with the heals.
Well, let's see how the situation plays out. This Lord coming in for Todak. They're baiting anything for the side of EVOS SG. Whoever makes that first move is going to pay significant consequences, but I think Todak will get position on this bot side. Seems to be shoving in by itself, and that just means that this Lord's probably going to go down for free.
It is. It is going to be going down for free. EVOS actually, they're not in the position where they can steal. Again, they look for engagement. The backline is compromised.
Gear is trying his hardest. However, Moon getting hit by the yin-yang overturn. Formaze is looking for Sayla so far, but Gear might be falling down to the torn apart memories. And here we go. Hot guard coming up with the lockdown. Perfect. Holy baptism from JPL to slow it down. Adamir having a fun day today here at apart memories. And here we go. Hot guard coming up with the lockdown. Perfect. Holy baptism from JPL to slow it down. Adamir having a fun day today here at the MPL, the M3 World Championships. This is brutal to watch.
Nako, patay ka.
What more can I say as he was actually completely washed Todak's engagement.
Beautiful positioning from the side of EVOS SG to make that fight work. Here, when
nangyari doon?
Down to
where they can steal. Again, they look for engagement.
Nakuha yung Lord, diba? Nakuha yung Lord. Tapos andun lang si Gear.
Getting hit by the yin-yang overturn. Formaze is looking for Sayla so far, but Gear might be falling down.
Okay, nawala na yung wala na torn apart memory.
Hot guard coming up with the lockdown. Perfect. Holy baptism from JPL to slow it down. Adamir having a fun day today here at
diba?
Torn apart memories, and here we go. Hot guard coming up with the lockdown. Perfect. Holy baptism from JPL to slow it down. Adamir having a fun day today here at the MPL, the M3 World Championships. This is brutal to watch. They can't run away. What more can I say as he was actually completely washed Todak's engagement.
Beautiful positioning from the side of EVOS SG to make that fight work. Here went to that backside.
Don't tell me, dire-diretso to.
Soaked up all the damage. Todak, they're an ability-based team. Yes, they have a lot of damage output, but all of those come from abilities. You just made it away. This is going to be EVOS SG turning the game and almost going for it right now.
Oh, they're rushing for it.
They are.
They've already taken up all. They're looking for the crystal.
Bro!
They have done it.
Gago, 1-all.
They get the victory against Todak from Malaysia. EVOS SG pulled through despite a Lord take from Todak.
This is one of the weirdest fucking shit wins series I've ever seen. Game 1, nanalo ang Lunox na core. Game 2, nanalo ang Cyclops na core. What? Mage core na ba? Mage core na ba?
Yes.
Hayop.
His positioning, the way he is really commanding his team, as well as landing that ultimate in
man.
The best way possible, I would say. And he was the core.
Inano na si Chico eh.
He was also part of the reason why they
yung ulti niya kay Paquito, kahit na naka-hard guard si Paquito, he just died.
It still looks amazing to me. JPL really turning this around.
A crucial moment that they have turned here. Well done.
But Cyclops still at 100% in the hands of Potato.
Yeah.
Really?
There's two things that we do have to bring up. Number one, I did listen to the cast, and the casters was asking which composition skills better. And honestly, from the side of EVOS, they skill way better. And we're going to talk about that later during the itemization. And the second thing is, I rarely do this. Seriously, I rarely do this, but I have to agree with Mirko. From the side of EVOS, they didn't play at their win condition earlier, but once they did, then we started seeing a lot of damage coming in from the squad and eventually winning the team fights against Team Toda because, again, they need to kite. They don't need to engage.
Yep. I was afraid of who you were agreeing with about, I thought when you said Layla, Mirko, but no. Ladies and gentlemen, if Layla does get picked here at M3, then whoever's fighting that team...
I mean, Toda brought me up.
I don't know, man. It's in the bag. Speaking of bags, we would like to thank our self, but Cyclops, 100% win rate.
yeah, here's the thing. We do have to see what the side of EVOS SG, their composition is all about. Now, again, Cyclops, deceptively, people don't get it, but he's actually pretty crazy in the later stages of the game because of these two items, Enchanted Talisman as well as the Genius Wand. Because Cyclops with Enchanted Talisman, he can get a lot of cooldowns on all of his skills, and his passive alone gets a lot of cooldowns. So basically, imagine Cyclops using his skills
Passive?
as basic attacks. That is how really a Cyclops plays in the later stages of the game. Plus, having that concentrated energy and the Brute Force Breastplate is not going to go down much easier. So in terms of scaling between Cyclops and from the side of Team Toda, Moon, he's going to scale way better. Kagras definitely scales way better than Matilda. The B-Tricks. Going up against Brody, it is a little bit more equal. But again, here on this high loss, in a way,
passive daw ni Cyclops.
better than Formis because what he's supposed to do is actually go to
Anong kinalaman ng passive ni Cyclops? Sa ano, sa skills niya?
But a little bit difficult.
Sa cooldowns niya, I mean. Sa cooldowns.
Wonderboy here on the high loss. He's done so much to actually counter.
Sabi niya kasi, in relation to Talisman, ano daw? In relation to Talisman, ang dami daw bababa na cooldowns na skills ni, ni Cyclops. And then, also with his passive daw, sabi niya gano'n. So I was like, huh?
But when it mattered, they were able to turn it around and look at the damage.
Weird. Di ko alam.
On Sayla, Adamir and Potato, yeah, they laid down a lot of damage, but Sayla was all about cleanup with that execute.
Honestly, Sayla did a lot earlier stages in the game, where again, once he hit level 4, he basically made sure that Moon
away with the win.
Pero grabe.
He didn't even finish his items. All he needed was
Sayla 100%.
clock and the
Spam faster. Hindi, yan nga yun sabi niya, parang spam.
For Sayla.
Spam, CP, skills, ganun.
Make like your boy Sayla here and make sure that other people, even outside of your
one of those heroes to avoid Potato, and honestly, this is a good
so ano to? 1-all?
Yep, in essence, not just his own mechanics, but the whole of Todak.
Whoa, wait, wala pa?
Every game is an
Gago, wala pa. Maglalaro pa ba ako?
It's no longer experiment because they
Nga, maglalaro nga isa. Ayaw maghintay. Laro ako isang brawl. Wait, nakapag-brawl na ba ako today? Ay, what? What? Tangina. Brawl. Well, naglaro na ako ng brawl pero I'm still gonna play brawl. Dahil lang din dito. Play 6 matches in arcade mode. Yeah, mag-brawl muna ako. Ay, what? Turn off? Bago. Na-turn off ko. Tanga. Saan yun? My live channel. Turn on. Yan. Go. GGG lang. Daming mga tao online, no? Ay, gago. Ay, gago. Kala ko, Rogen, 599 ka na. Kala ko, 599 ka na. 559 pala. Sabi ko, puta. 1 point away from MG, tinigil mo. Hayop. Uy, astig to. Genshin ba to? Wow, Loy, yes. Yeah, Loy, yes. But still, at least, halfway ka na to MG. Again. Ito nga gagamitin ko. Okay, wala kaming tangke. Lunox, ako, Leslie, Freya, Brody. Okay. Wala kaming tangke. No. Mga klaseng kagaguhan pwede namin gawin. Where's my Starbucks? Galo-halo na nga mga music. Wait, hindi pa ako expert badge sa Luoy ko? Totoo? Huh. That's weird. I didn't know that. See ya. Di ba sumusunod sa'yo, ha? Sabi ba?
Welcome to Mobile Legends!
Ano ba yan? Wala nang pera. Di ba nakakuha ano ng barya?
5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them! All troops deployed.
Ito naman akin. Oo nga. Pinakabahan ako eh. Isip. In-order kasi ako para sa office. Kanina mga 6 ako tinext on the way. Hanggang ngayon wala naman. Wisit.
Sure. On the way. On the way. Okay. Ano nangyari dito?
Sabi ko naman, work.
Wala naman.
First blood.
Hindi.
Our turret is under
Papa
attack.
akong mayaman, ma.
Future of Cadia Riverlands is an ally has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Yaman niya. Six o'clock akong tinext on the way.
Our turret is under attack.
Ay, gago. Nano pa rin ako nung increased move speed.
Your life is worthless, but I will take it anyway.
Hindi naman Starbucks na. Kada, mas kanila.
Our victories will be won. An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Triple kill. An enemy has been slain.
Ay, gago!
Your team has
Pumatay sa akin. Tangina yung ano pala, second skill pa ni Gord nandun. Hayop. Hayop ka, Gord. Hintayin ko na nga lang tong CDR.
loneliness never bothers me. Like a string puppet. Our turret is under attack. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been Everyone has the right to embrace their true self. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. Double kill.
Ay, what? Putang ina! Oh my! Wayward flame shot. Darkness, darkness, darkness. Nicely done, darkness. Okay, maganda tayo. Durance tayo.
You are failing the Oriental Warriors. An enemy has been slain. Our victories will be limitless. Double kill. An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Hindi siya namatay. Puta. Ay na biglang AFK eh. Thank you ah. Tingin eh. Oof! Oh my yan. Tingin eh. Tingin eh. Defensive item nga tayo.
Our turret is under attack. You are failing. An enemy has been slain. Let my will bend the earth. Everyone has the right to embrace their true self. An enemy has been slain. Never look back if you have nothing to regret. An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain. You have slain an enemy. You have slain an enemy. Ally has been slain. You are failing, the Oriental warrior. An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Shut down.
Ang hard mo sa akin, Freya.
Double kill. An ally has been slain.
Tangin ng 4-9 damage yun. Ang mga items na tong si Beatrix. Ah, gago, naka-ano siya? Naka-hasgloss pala, kaya pala inisip ko, bakit parang mas malakas dapat damage ko kaso nasusustain niya? Gago lang.
Wiped out. An ally
Well played. Yan.
victory.
Untog, Aberna. Lahat sila. Kahit tag-AFK tayo, untog, Aberna. Sorry, not sorry. AFK ang inyong phobias. Ano to? At may red. Ah, nga pala. Yung ganyan nga pala. Okay, balik. Go back.
Excited about the game.
I don't know.
Eve ban, Phobius ban, Farza ban, Beatrix ban,
And 3 games in a row with
Clint,
Brody now.
tapos
Brody being a
Lilia.
first phase hero, I guess you could say.
Okay,
What do you
Brody.
think about that? Because I feel like it's a little bit too expensive here. I feel like Toda have the option to pick up so much more.
Beg to defer, actually, because we haven't seen Momo actually whip out a Popo and Koopa. And so far, we know Adamir has it in his pool. This could be a pinch onto Momo's side.
Yeah, 100%, because they want to go for the comfort picks. Since you already banned out the Clint.
Estes.
But the Estes for
And Kagura? Okay.
No losses so far.
Yo, PLD
For Kodak
TC.
only. 4 out of the
Okay.
4 games, they have won, and then you go for the Kagura.
Oh, Loyi! Okay, there is the counter. Oh, what? 16% lang ang Loyi?
I actually kind of like this so far.
What?
Weird.
Weird.
The good old,
Roger
Estes,
ban.
that they keep up the 100% win rate, by the way.
Acting that. So,
Karina ban.
I mean, the thing is, they already have the
Paquito. And then...
I do love
Cyclops, okay.
They also instantly picked it
Oh,
after
Demon,
the
what's up?
Estes sword against the
So,
Estes.
kulang ng Evos dito is a core and an XP lane.
Look for another way
So,
to initiate with a-
I feel like pwede kayong mag-XP muna dito. Kasi Todak's already showing their XP, si Esmeralda.
As well, dude. I feel like they need
But
some
pwede
frontline,
rin.
some frontline
Pwede
that
rin
can
naman
also-
either
also
way.
also
If
pick
you want to
up
deny the
players
core
like
of the enemy kasi
Esmeralda
wala pang
is an
core yung
amazing
kalaban,
ability
pwede
to
rin
have
naman.
here going up against this kind of
Pero
competition.
sino
Just
kayang
wait out the
core?
abilities and then come in. But no,
Okay,
it's the
XP ang
high loss
pinuntahan
first
nila.
as
They
well,
wanna
I
see the
guess.
lineup
And
first
he can
before
go for
going
picks.
for their core. Sabi ng Toda, okay, kulang ng core ang kalaban. They got a Hylos again with the Rafaela. Medyo same-same ang ginawa nila as last time. Pero Todak lost kanina off of a lost team fight. Ngayon, pero kanina Evos has got a lot of damage aside from Hylos and and Rafaela. Meron silang Cyclops, right? Meron silang Beatrix. So, I don't know if we can have the same type of impact without the Beatrix here.
They can stay in the front lines. Maybe a Yi Sun Shin, somewhere along the lines of a Yi Sun Shin, or maybe even
Todak, missing a gold and a
so that at
core.
least they have this Demon Hunter Sword carrier in the absence of both Clint as well as Beatrix. It's
Okay.
going to be the Lapu
So,
Lapu,
YSS ang
but the Yi Sun
kanilang
Shin
core.
is through.
Whoa, the Yi Sun
Tapos
Shin
lapu-lapu ang
to me,
kanilang
this is
XP.
a-
Siguro lapu-lapu ang panlaban nila sa ano.
I like it. I
Sa,
feel like
what do you call this?
You can engage, you can go for the
Sa,
it's a very good hero, especially considering that you
Hylos
open up the map
instead of the Esmeralda.
against
Pero
someone
feeling ko
like
pwede rin naman
Brody.
pa rin
And
Esmeralda
Brody
tapos
should bring a lot
Hylos
of
gagawin nila
opportunities,
support
but it's
tapos
gonna be
Kagura
shut down
going to the gold
completely
lane.
by
Pwede rin
vision
naman.
provided by the
Kagura versus Brody mangyari dyan.
I think it's overall a
So,
smart pick,
pwede
but it's
naman.
interesting to see that Momo, even
Pwede
though
naman
the
din.
matchup is like
But let's see what they
still
go
wants
for
to go
first.
the overall team fight mechanic, making sure that he's locking the Lapu Lapu. I think it's alright. He knows really
Wait, ano yung last pick nila? Gago, hindi ko na nakita.
in
Wait a minute, so low in the early
Oh, Bane,
stages
okay.
by JPL
Typical,
on that
typical
Rafaela,
Bane.
man. This guy just so insane in the early game, but
Pwede
also
naman,
damage from Sailor.
Bane kasi,
Oh,
there's a damage.
finding this initial engagement, the yin-yang reaction
Wait a
is
minute.
going well onto Chico. He might be in some trouble. JPL is going to flicker for him. Cyclone Eye is going to get him out of that situation, but Yums is at level 2, so he can start topping off the health of Chico, guys. He might need a little bit of help on this one, or wait, does he still have it? Yes, he still
Grabe.
has Retribution.
Minamama lang niya si
Make it
Chico,
work.
ah.
Type this out, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
sure
right.
can.
Oh, no, he cannot. He cannot. He has
Wait,
to
no.
stand it. It's fine. It's fine. Relax.
Relax.
It's okay. Orange Buff isn't going to kill him. We're not going to see it just today.
oh my god, but that's already so huge for the Bane. Look at how 600 gold team just
Exactly.
based on that, and this is not what you want to do against the Bane. Lee Sun Shin, if you're not able to scale properly, it is going to be a huge problem.
Yeah,
If
it
you have
is.
2-item power spike.
Expended his retribution as well.
Yes.
To
Exactly.
Which is a lot of mistakes coming out from Todak, but it was actually forced error as Evo's SG fast cleared the mid lane and then put Sayla in that position where he can land the passive. So that's amazing.
the damage.
Coming out from
Oof.
Evo's SG, and they continue to poke.
This is a really good match here as we're seeing Sayla now feeling very comfortable on this low E. Formies trying to get Potato off of the core ball.
Nicely done.
Away from and hops over, in a matter of fact, the deadly catch, but Potato still able to collapse onto that wave. Turtle now in their possession, but the rest of Todak members, they're going to have to play this slow. Vertical jungling has been enabled for Chiku.
Gold lane, Lapu-Lapu coming out from Todak. Obviously, Adamir is going to have a good time in the early stages, but eventually, if the ultimate is available,
Easy turtle for Evo's SG.
Against that Brody. If they do want to play this with the Kagura, they can apply the pressure into the gold lane.
Remember, the passion is made possible by the Singapore Tourism. Leading the jungle, especially once again, they've got the level advantage. Why not?
Yeah, that's what they need to look for here. That's the whole point of picking the high-lows in that top side. You want to just keep on pressuring that top side, and exactly with the Luoyi as well.
Moon. Almost.
Very close.
Very close indeed. Little Water going to be contested once again. It's a 4v4, but again, they don't really want to fully commit to this. Unfortunately for Chiku, he has caught up in levels, but it might not be enough here. Still a level down on Potato. Sayla doing a good job damaging Moon and keeping Yums in lane.
I wonder for Todak, since the second turtle means that you also have the ultimate on your roamer, which in this case is the Estes.
Napula-po pa lang gold lane ng ng Todak.
They can't keep on giving free turtles to Evo's SG because Bane, if he snowballs correctly, the turrets are gonna fall down, and you don't want to give that turtle buff to this Potato Bane because eventually they are gonna be pushing.
Okay, right now, honestly, this is what I want to see from Evo's SG. Just keep on pressuring the inside of the junglers, jungle, maybe even more than this, right? The Luoyi is going to be so easy for them to get pressure done, but I feel like they're not utilizing this as much as they should.
Well, I mean, yes and no, because right now, if we're looking at Gear's position, he's currently level 6. And Formaze earlier was not. You can see there is a slight EXP lead in Gear's favor here. Chiku actually coming in to try and punish Gear so far. He needs to make it out of there. He still has the flicker, but so far, you're seeing the low E rotation coming on in. Can they pull through? No, they don't take it. Sayla is walking up to give him that disengage, but you can see how tanky Hylos is already. JPL does open up the map, but Todak stick together, making sure they have that first rotation, even calling up Adamir for their aid. Turtle now up.
This was the pick that we actually talked about because of that tankiness, because of that disengage potential.
That damage from the first kill of Bane.
Those were a lot of resources burnt just to get him low.
Yeah, it really is. Using the yin yang overturn, getting punished by Sayla, doesn't even get any value out of it. Sayla is doing a great job controlling this mid lane, and even Gear joining in on the fight. But you can tell Chiku has no part of this. He just wants to focus on his farm.
Okay, 2 turtles.
Taken by Evo's SG. This is scary now for Todak. Fortunately, Chico guys will have a great play. At least the trade-off. He's going to get the orange buff. And it gives him 1 minute and 30 seconds of an advantage over Potato.
Well, speaking of advantages here, as Momo's going to be using the Rage Blade to get on out and not get locked down by the Deadly Catch. They clear up their bottom side. They don't give on any objectives. It's a slow roll. It feels very different from the past couple of games here because Evo's SG feel like they are in complete control.
This is definitely what Evo's SG wants, and this is really what gave them so many victories in the group stages as well as in the start of the playoffs of M3 World Championship, and this is their identity. So far, they have been on track.
Now here comes the play as Momo once again coming in as the bravest warrior as he tries to clear up the lane. Adamir's punishing him so far. Oh, wait, no, the turnaround, the Deadly Catch.
Deadly Catch. Torn apart memories.
First blood going over to Evo's SG. Cool, calm, and calculated.
Cool, calm, and collected.
And Evo's SG, this is the way they want to play right now. They're just going to go for the sieges, for the pickoffs on the map, but now it's time to look at the items here, Wolf.
Yep. Dreaded Armor picked up by Momo. This is perfect against the physical damage component of Evo's SG, but they badly need anti-heal now. Specifically because Evo's SG will be running this sustain play coming out from the Rafaela and all of the shields that they get from their spells. But here already to be able to get a push. This is why the Hylos has got a definite advantage over the Esmeralda.
Not just that, even if they go for a full-on trade, I feel like the Hylos will get the dub. If you go for the clear, it's okay. If you go for the engages, it's really good. Disengages as well. It's just such a complete hero. And now like Evo's SG again, Moon is going for JPL, but that's definitely not the right target. Even if he gets the kill, it's not going to be worth it because
Yup, it's going to be Formace who's going to get targeted.
The heals
Yumes manages
from
to save
Esme
Formace just in
Estes.
time. The 25
Wow.
Memories about to rip open his dreams here as JPL as well as Potato hovering for position on towards this turtle side. Wait, teleport, what is it? Exactly, yes, they find it.
They
into the
find
alpha,
Yumes
35.
dead.
Yumes take him out with a yin-yang reaction, quick follow-ups, and great control. This is the rhythm we were talking about.
The rhythm as well from JPL. He positioned himself in a bush where he will see Todak, then get the poke, eventually forcing that ultimate from the Estes. Then with the teleport coming out from Sayla, they just got the turtle as they found the kill onto Yumes. This rhythm from EVO's SG, they're looking as if they're dancing to this to their tune.
Here comes Gear once again, getting the lockdown onto Chiku. Guys, no Holy Baptism coming in from JPL just yet. Patiently holding his ultimate as Formace looks for space to give. Moon, he is getting chunked out here. He is falling behind to Sayla, who is a level up on him.
It's honestly just a really a beautiful or
Well, tatlo kasi din yung turtle ng EVO's SG eh, so you can't really blame them for being behind.
Whoa, he almost blew his face open there in through the mid lane. Sayla, again, we are really seeing him really find his motion into the game so far, but now JPL opening up the map so far. Are we going to see initial engagement? Nope.
Yes.
Moon,
No
they
way.
are teleporting right into the brush. Moon
Patay.
they've outplayed it again. They've caught them off. Sayla with these fast diversions. It's working out so well.
Patay din si YSS. Gago.
Against Adamir.
Uh-oh.
Momo is coming in to look for some kind of retribution with a Holy Baptism.
Stand din si Lapu-Lapu. Oh no.
His alive. That's going to be a 3-for-0 trade in favor of EVO's SG. Moon. He's trying to make the turnaround, but no. Gear matches the rotation. Well done for EVO's SG.
EVO's SG doing
On
it.
the board, and the fact of the matter is, EVO's SG, they just have the better setup overall for these fights. They're always in the position where the mid lane is cleared, the top side is cleared. They're able to open up the map so well with that Lo Yi diversion. But the fact of the, I think Chiku, he's not using the Mountain Chakra at the right time, right? He's just popping it randomly at some time, just opening up the map for no reason. There's no moment, like, it's not the right moment, I feel like, to be using that Mountain Chakra.
Well, honestly, I'm not even going to lie to you. Even if they're using the Mountain Chakra to try and figure out where this diversion is, like, the timings of these diversions
Are random.
That's
Like
right.
random
Because of the fact
AF.
that EVO's SG are always successful with pokes. You can see Sayla just popping out the dispersion as well as the rotation so that you get the stun.
Muntikan. Adamir.
Almost initiating that play, Rage Bait getting on to Adamir's side. Deadly catches hopped over immediately as Momo is forced to move back, but Yumes is holding on, but Formace cannot seem to get past JPL, and as well as Sayla. Gear waiting in the brush for his time to collapse onto anyone. He can tank all the damage in the world, but Chiku making the play on that bot side, cracks open the tier 1 for himself. This is going to be very dangerous for both teams. Nobody wanting to commit more than this.
Let's see what happens here, right? Because both of the teams right now, it seems like EVO's SG will have a slight advantage.
Man, that
considering
first
Todak
kill
has
from
most of their
Potato.
ultimates, but now it's all back off.
The play here, the diversion into the Tri-Brush side, but JPL ends up right outside the Tri-Brush. Unlucky as the punishment comes in.
Oh my god, it's still okay.
Overturn, but a quick turnaround by Sayla's side. EVO's initiate the fight here as Momo trying to hold on to his own egos. Now straight away, this gear is way too tanky for him to hold on. The bounce from the crab fall off of Formace's head. He goes down next. It's a 4-for-0 trade. Once again, EVO's SG looking clean.
Looking clean with that initiation coming out from Sayla's diversion as they have found the jump on Adamir. Chico, guys, unfortunately, jump forward.
EVO's SG, you're the only SG hope.
They have the advantages. The Lord will be taken by EVO's SG. Unfortunately, when Adamir jumped into Chico, guys, Yumes was not in range to pop the heal. That's why EVO's SG was able to burst him down. Then eventually, Adamir just played it so well, poking in and out of the fight, so that eventually, he's gonna deal more damage to the members of Todak. This is why they first picked the Brody. Surely, it's not a clean 100% win for this Brody or Adamir, but that play just showed us how good he is at this hero.
And man, you gotta talk about how EVO's SG are again utilizing this Loyi to a very, very high level. Sayla coming in, performing at a very high level again for his team. And look at how they play these team fights again. Just so much setup on the board. They use the deadly catch in such a good way by zoning all the members away and using it at the right time. Do you see when Potato uses these ultimates in these fights? Always disengaging, peeling for his main carry, Adamir.
Yep, but now look, Chiku is pushing down on towards bottom side, and you can also see Formace holding up mid, but now EVO's SG gonna bank it on this Lord to open up and crack
Again,
it.
another one.
The deadly catch is already out. Lord is gonna be walking on through. They notice what's going on in Chiku. Oh my goodness, Moon is pulling it towards the second inhibitor to get away from the crystal, but that might not necessarily be the play here, as EVO's SG, they're not gonna commit any more than this. They slow roll, and here we go. Moon comes in. They doesn't.
Are you
commit
sure?
to the yin-yang overturn,
Are you
but
sure,
beats out
Todak?
Sayla's spells, no rotation or dispersion. Formace now on the run as EVO's SG wants to get his head. Even Chiku waiting in the wakes, hopefully to catch somebody else off. Adamir's got to be careful as the Glorious.
Okay, pumasok na ano.
Once again, they're going to crack open another inhibitor. Gear stands tall, and he will not move. Here we go. It's the initial engagement.
Okay, patay ang lapu-lapu. Oh no.
But it doesn't matter as Momo already goes down.
Chiku will die though.
Takes out Potato. It's a double kill so far as they push forward. Gear looking for any opportunities, but Sayla having enough time of his life.
Oh,
Cannot
double kill. Oh my god.
Well played is a 3-for-2 trade in favor of EVO's SG.
Sayla, this man, dude, you can see the positioning on his man, and Adamir goes in for that stun.
He's so bold.
Oh my god.
They're gonna look to end it here.
Fast
Jules
points.
and Moon can't
Whoa!
do anything. The hosted nation comes out strong.
Gago, 2-1.
GG. Well played to
SG
EVO's
versus
SG.
It's
Malaysia.
all about Sayla. That game was all about Sayla. The diversions, the early game pressure, the team fight positioning on this man. He is feeling it today.
The third pick, Louis, just proves to be wonderful for the side of EVO's SG. It's already a perfect counter to the Estes composition
Yes.
that
Oo nga eh.
Kodak already had. And not only that, he played it so well. Like you said, Mirko, the diversion play was just so good. And then
On point.
Strategy. Get over to the analyst stand. Leo and LaFell, tell us what happened this game.
Yeah, and right now in the analyst, again, by his own buff, maybe that was a sign that the rest of the team just wasn't on point. 13 minutes this match took, and only 2 deaths on the side of EVO's SG.
Grabe, 2 kills. Puro ano si Chico lang. Gago.
He's this quiet type of support. Sitting at 4-0 and 6, he was short of 1 more item. 2, that is. He was building up to his 5th. But this is all you'll need at this point in the game. Very early on, it's the Talisman, the Winter Truncheon, and the Durance. It's very lethal.
Yeah, right now, again, if we look at the composition of the side of EVOS, they're really focusing on hiding or disengage. The Bane pick as well as the Louis pick is perfect because look at how Toda likes to play. They're like, okay, we're going to dive every single one of you with every single one of our players. And with that kind of composition, the Louis is a very good pick to counter with this kind of aggression. The same thing when you're talking about heroes like Phovius, the heroes like Lilia, in fact. So for the side of EVOS, it's just that they understand the playstyle of Toda. So instead of trying to predict the draft, they're just going to pick heroes that counteracts the way that they play.
Yep, and again, they were all just jumping onto gear, and then they threatened diversion, and then, nope, nothing happened. Whenever that happens, it's EVOS who's actually winning, because Todak wants to die.
True.
For them to really engage onto anything. And we even saw that every single time they try to fight, Potato is ready with that bait and just like, all right, I'm going to dedicate.
Oh my, Momo, lapu-lapu.
And that will
Oof.
provide enough time for Adamir to just deal with
15,000 damage as a gold laner. That is pretty
Our rich guy and
Whew.
carry dealing a massive 50.
underwhelming.
And now in the hands, in his hands is Rafael. That's
Sayla nga.
back-to-back MVP performances right now on Sayla. 4-0-6. Again, he was just missing for a couple kills. Hence the 83% kill. Are enjoying it
Okay.
once more.
The Malaysian representatives.
Okay, so mag-uusap pa naman sila. Maglalaro muna ako ng isang rank. Laro muna ako isang rank. Mwahaha. Saan yan? Naman niya. Na naman tayo eh. Oy, red. Wala na. Boom, boom, boom. Ayan na to, free bonus.
Oo, wala na masyado swipe eh. Feeling ko lang ha.
Feeling ko din eh.
Feeling ko lang ha.
Where is it? This one.
Has been for this team for most of their games, even against RQ. The games that they were able to win. Okay, they didn't win the Mia one, but they won.
Mag-login na lang mamaya. Rafaela. Rank mode. Okay. Go na natin to. Go!
Please ban a hero.
Please ban a hero.
The enemy is banning.
Time and tide wait for no man, nor girl.
Hindi na pwede. Amon pwede. Ling pwede. Aldous pwede.
Your team is banning.
My fists are unflinching.
The enemy is banning.
It is in despair that
Your team is picking.
I didn't cure the pain.
The enemy
I
is
harnessed.
picking.
Chivalry is dead, and I will revive it.
Chivalry is dead. And I will revive it.
Where is my target?
Please pick a hero.
Lakampota.
Nowhere for the evil to hide.
even the strongest of currents fail.
The enemy is picking.
Ow!
Come and join me in my dream world.
Wag na MM main nut. Tapos may saber. Ayan, may dalawa na sila.
Picking.
May dalawa na sila. Granger. Granger. Guinevere. Kaya ng Guinevere makasurvive sa dalawang to. Saber tsaka Natalia. Kaya nila. Popol. Go! If you're confident. If you're confident.
The enemy is
Justice in
picking.
the world.
Okay, looks like he's confident at the very least. So, let's see. So, kulang ng kalaban ay 4, okay. So, ibig sabihin, XP lane siguro ang either Saber or Lunox? Hindi man siguro Lunox. I'm assuming this Natalia is going to be the whatchamacallit, the roamer. So, Lunox naman siguro yun na sa ano. Pero pwede rin kasi. Pwede rin na gawin yun eh. Na Lunox XP. Yeah, we'll see.
Now rockin' with the legendary stunt. And it ain't over until we say it's done. You know what it is.
Wow, number 7 Clint ha. Camarines Sur ha. Masakit to, gago. Masakit to. Nakaganyan pang weapon mastery. Okay. We'll see this.
the battlefield. Smash them. All troops deployed. Request backup. Launch attack.
Ay, ma, wala ka ba talagang gusto?
First blood.
The light is the only thing you cannot shadow. You are your own master. Healing prayers for you. Healing for everyone.
Ingat ah. Mid lane, careful.
Ubus na. Last na. Last na.
Launch attack.
Do not gaze into the darkness. It stains your soul. Even your own eyes can deceive you sometimes.
Launch attack. Request backup. Request backup. An ally has been slain.
Healing prayers.
An ally has slain the turtle.
Healing for everyone. Everyone.
An enemy has been slain.
Embraces me.
Nice done from that bitch. Bitch talaga eh.
Double kill.
Healing prayers for you. May the light
Namatay yung ano.
healing for everyone.
Iway ah.
An ally has been slain.
Healing prayers for you.
Ay gago.
Are the light bringers.
Yan sa Mia.
Healing for everyone.
Hello, biatches.
An enemy has been slain.
Healing prayers for you.
An ally has been slain.
Malag daw sabi ng show.
Healing for everyone. In the name of the light.
You have slain an enemy.
Healing prayers for you.
You have been slain.
Matay.
Slain an enemy.
2-2-2 ka ah. 2-2-2 ah.
We stand with the innocent. Healing for everyone.
Bottom lane, careful.
An ally
Nice
has
done.
slain the turtle.
Healing prayers for you. These are the light bringers.
Game na naman tayo.
No one can turn back. Healing
That guy was low, I know, right?
An ally has been slain. Our turret has been destroyed. Our turret is under attack. Healing for everyone. Our fate flows like rivers crossed. Healing prayers for you in the name of the light. Healing for everyone. Mega kill. Healing prayers for you.
What do you mean on the recommend?
Healing for everyone. You have slain an enemy. Healing prayer. Your team destroyed a turret. You have slain an enemy. For everyone. Slain.
Which path you recommend for attack? I don't get it. Didn't you took gourd? What? I'm a Rafaela. Like, I can't be a roamer on gourd. Like, not really. And I really want to counter the...
Healing prayers for you. You are your own. Initiate retreat. Healing for everyone.
Blue Wolf? That's the Popol. That's Popol and Koopa. This one. Hopefully it becomes stronger. Oof! First kill! Ah, shit. He's gonna die.
Even your own eyes can deceive you, son. Healing prayer.
Ah, he's dead. Fake. Yeah, the ability that he has is to make a wolf.
Healing for everyone. In the name of the light. Healing prayers for you. Healing for everyone. Healing prayers for you. Ally has been slain. Healing for everyone. You have slain an enemy.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Yeah, both of them are bitches. Yeah, they're just doing a lot of damage right now that we can't handle. Yet. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. A lot and a lot and a lot of damage.
Healing for everyone.
How is Archo? Okay, 07 is Archo.
Initiate retreat. Turn back time. Not even angels. Losing makes me cherish what I have. Healing prayers for you. Our turret has been for everyone. In the name of the light. An enemy has been slain.
everyone. May the light forever shine upon the land of dawn.
An enemy has been slain. Your team destroyed a turret. Request backup.
Healing for everyone.
Request backup.
Healing prayers for you.
Okay, nicely done.
Ally has slain Lord.
Healing for everyone.
An ally has
The fuck are you doing?
our turret is
Low mana retreat. These guys. Blacklist 130.
You.
Grabe, no? Blacklist 130. Oof. Panis na panis sa mga kalaban.
Healing for everyone. We are the light bringers.
Wasak. Tangina mo ah. Tangina mo ah.
our turret is
Okay lang. So bilis ba yung push ninyo kasama eh? What's up?
been destroyed.
Stand with the innocent.
Your team destroyed a turret. Spree. Shut down.
Wasak! Sorry. Mag-try kayo mag-split push. With a Lunox and a roaming Natalia. Ang kapal pagmumukha ninyo. May damage kayo. Wala kayong damage. Mga tanga rin eh. Uy, win streak! Wow! Win streak! 8-game win streak! Wow! Natuloy ito nung laro namin ni Roger yata dati. Naka 3.0. Walang likes yung dalawa. Walang likes. Hirap. Too easy for Valentina. MVP Valentina. Red. Nostalgia, kunin na. Oo nga pala, mayroon ganyan. Oo nga eh, 7 days na lang. Ano bang araw ngayon? 17. Sakto-sakto lang. 24. Sakto-sakto lang. Kasi dati mga between 20 and 25 palagi eh. Na ako nakapag-grind. Hindi nga masyado eh. Kahapon di ako naglaro. Nung like 2 days ago yata ako naglaro eh. Nung rank.
Now, for this upcoming draft,
Let that Estes go.
So ito na yung game number 3. Ay, hindi, game number 4 na pala to. Busy. Ba't ka busy, Pax? Ano meron? Sad lives, man. Christmas. Busy.
Yes, it is very, very good. The deal breaker, like you mentioned.
So game number 4 to. Kung EVOS SG manalo dito. Module, Okay lang yan. May katapusan naman ng mga module. Oo, may katapusan naman mga yan. Ox lang yan.
Yeah, so that they can pull that off. Now, it's just housekeeping at this point.
Pero grabe, ang greedy ng draft ng Todak ah. Pinakita kagad nila yung gold laner nila at saka yung core nila. Module Legends ang ML mo ngayon.
Because if you're looking at how Evos are treating Potato, he is the counter kind of jungler, right? They pick up the base so that they answer the heroes of
Pag manalo pa EVOS dito, wala na. Going forward na EVOS SG and Todak will be going home. But if EVOS will lose this game, Echo will win this game, they will be forcing a game number 5. Oh, Eudora ban! Wow! Wow!
The Selena is up and open, and considering that
Gago, wow! Eudora! Ano yung explanation nila?
where Todak gets pushed into a corner. I think it was Na'Vi literally yesterday here. Yeah, the Eudora gets banned out this time. They want to make sure that Moon goes onto that Loi.
You're forgetting something.
Who cares?
Selena is up and open. And considering that they already have something like the Esmeralda, all Todak needs is someone with kill pressure onto the XP lane. And Paquito is still up.
Pwede naman siya magsasil yun.
Can be the ones to pick it
Diba?
up. But if, let's say Todak picks up a very good XP laner that really likes a duel, that Selena is going to be the deal breaker.
Classic. Magalang ka, Pax.
Basically taking Evo's SG's hero pool.
Hindi na ako nakapag-rank eh.
Todak targeted the jungler, Evo's targeted the mid laner. Let's see who gets the better picks here.
Rank dapat.
Can be a very good pickup here. Not only just
Fast forward natin. Pakito. Okay. So, hindi pa natin alam pa rin kung yung Pakito is going to be the core. Pero feeling ko core na rin to. Gold na lang yung kulang ng Evos. Ayan na nga ang Loi. Tapos Ruby ang kanilang XP laner laban sa Esme. Sino ang panlaban ng Evos laban sa Brody to? Granger? Oh, okay. Pakito XP tapos Esme gold lane. Oh, that seems okay. That seems okay. Granger ang potato Oo, gangster yun talaga si Blacklist coach, man. Gangsta na gangsta. He be like, bigyan pa ba natin ng pagkakataon? Nah. 3-0 na natin itong mga kalaban natin. Moon. Tinitigan. Totoo ba? Bastos ang puta.
I want to know how Gear plays on the Paquito because we haven't seen Gear play the Paquito whatsoever here in this tournament. 4 Maze again on that Ruby. This matchup is it's a skill matchup.
Yeah, it's pretty obnoxious as well. If you're Paquito, you're looking to try to get a kill. If you're Ruby, you're trying to just like push the wave, sustain through it, and kind of just sandbag the lane for as long as possible.
It's gonna be
okay.
Oh, it's static lane, but the top side of them, all the action is happening out as the Death Sonata comes out of Potato, but they don't find the initial kill onto Yum. Are you expecting it to continue to be static here or not?
Yeah, with Ruby and the Potato, the only...
Feeling ko the dive ni Potato yan pag tumama yung tatlong ulti niya. Dalawa lang tumama. Lang.
Go to other lanes to participate in team fights. So far though, Todak, they are on track.
Uy, ang sakit.
As Gear tries to go for the initial engage onto Chiku's side, they back away.
They tried to go for a turtle, pero that Loi be like, I'ma zone you. Ganon.
He's going pretty ham here onto
Okay, 4 Maze.
He's in trouble. He's trying to
Patay, gago 4 Maze. That outplay. Holy shit, that outplay. Pero ayun na nga, Kagura killing off the Loi. Okay, side lane versus
Oh my god, this is really good by both sides. But again, it is going to favor Evo's SG in the long run if they only trade 1-for-1 in the end. Well, look at this. JPL going aggressive.
Well, JPL is going a little too aggressive, in my opinion, as Chiku is now trying to get the kill on top of him, but it's not easy. As the Death Sonata comes out, he dodges it with the lightning for me.
Oh shit, that... Oof, patay. That yin-yang reaction from the Loi.
They're so good at these clashes. Now Momo now in trouble. He flickers on out of there. Oh my god, 2 for 1 straight in.
Tapos, okay, free gold.
They can't look for these crazy brawls because that's what Todak strives on. That's what they want to do. And Evo, they're falling right to the hands of Todak.
So many good things happen in there for Todak. First, the Dutch.
Kailangan manalo ng Todak dito to force Game 5. Kung hindi, GG na ang kanilang tournament lives.
Catching 2 of the members of Evo's SG, followed up by a Holy Baptism. My God.
I want a Game 5 just because I guessed it already. So, let's go. Sana naman Game 5.
Right now, Gear is really struggling as Formace now has a kill and is also a level ahead of Gear. This lane is only going to get worse.
What?
Gear is not going to have a fun time. You saw just now,
Formace
utilizing the minion waves is able to zone away Gear, but now is this a wise idea?
Whoop. Pinapalabas nila yung mga minions. Pinapalabas nila yung minion.
But a lot of the evil players hovering around the top river side.
Hunter Strike now available for Potato. This means that they want to go to war.
Okay, lumalaban si JPL. Napakalalim niya.
JPL already dropping the Guardian's Bulwark to protect himself, forcing that flicker out, falling Star Boot to bait for Adamir here.
Kaso lang, like and pounds. Chico will die. Fully in their face. Death Sonata. Gago Potato.
EVO's SG as they sit on top of the turtle comfortably.
Organized fights, EVO's SG. Messy fights, it has to go to Todak. It all is going to be...
Oh! Vormace will die as well.
Woo!
3-0.
Going down. Vormace get hit by Sailor Zinyang. Overturned. And that is
Man.
turtle slain.
EVO's SG, the heart of the, hindi pala heart. Ang tawag dito? Home court advantage.
Potato just getting that Hunter Strike in the perfect timing. He did not upgrade his boots before he went for the full Hunter Strike. And that was the perfect time for them to fight. Todak did not realize that's going to happen. And obviously with that bonus item and bonus movement speed that Potato was able to get, he just run through Todak.
Okay.
Got the better positioning against Chico guys and then eventually won that fight. Unfortunately, Vormace gave a bonus to EVO's SG and more than
Okay,
the turn,
pumasok
they
si
got the
Adam
turn in
here.
the bottom lane. Everything now is equalized.
Man, it was a huge mistake. Todak, this is the mistake that keeps on occurring to them. Over-committing onto these objectives, over-committing onto these fights. But wait a minute, there's a fight.
When? Where? Hoy, mamamatay si JPL. Patay nga JPL.
Holy healing picking up that kill. Nicely done from Yums early on. But
Adamir.
down by Turtle side. They've already lost JPL. Can they take any more damage?
Oh, napatay din ni double kill. Oh, shit.
Coming out from Moonside in the mid lane. But top side, you can just see them. They're just tickling each other.
There's just fights all across the board. And this is where, again, Todak, if you make it messy, you're just going to be able to get the win. And right now, they're chaining it with objectives. So now it's going to be really hard for EVO's SG because they've only been able to take one turret on the board. It's going to be a lot of map pressure for Todak to play with their kind of composition. Very easy to make it messy.
Two tier 1 turrets going in favor of Todak after the 3v2 in the turtle fight. We didn't see Chico guys fall down from EVO's SG. Actually, we didn't see the fight at all, but you can just imagine this Louis as well as the Ruby. There's so much control that they can get from both the passive of Moon's Louis as well as the combo that you get from the Ruby. Unfortunately, Chico guys died, but still Todak gets so much out of that.
It's very, very easy. You can see there's really any gold difference.
So lahat ng spells available from everybody except Vormace on her flicker.
Literally half a team fight, one skirmish could turn that tides, and you can see that Todak, they're respecting their situation. They understand that they can't go further than them. They're going to be jumping around, skipping about the turtle so far, and you notice that Adamir is ready to jump in at any time. He's waiting for the
Gear
call,
din.
and Todak, they're moving on forward, but you already see that
Oh, si Gear mag-isa patay. And 4-man Numinum Blast, but is it enough? So 1 for 1.
To make sure he goes down.
So Gear for Vormace, dalawang XP laners namatay. Pero problema ng Todak, wala na silang pang front.
You see the Gear? He was actually positioned in a very good spot, and
EVO's SG, meron pa silang
just dodging some of the spells, some of the
Tang-tang, Dalolita.
skills coming out from Todak. Unfortunately, Gear received that skill coming out from the Rafaela, and then eventually it was found out. However, EVO's SG, they salvaged the fight because of, guess what? It's JPL once again.
Big enabler, another turtle going over to EVO's SG.
Yeah, you can see, again, the positioning of these fights are going to be very, very huge. Todak, they engage, but they use all of their resources onto one member, and that member is Gear. Gear, sure, he is on the Makito, he does some damage, but that is not the person you should be targeting in these fights, especially in that one right there. They didn't even notice the fact that they were slowed by the Numenon Blast. That was a huge setup set by Gear in that bush.
Wait, here comes the diversion as they go up towards top side. Champion stands, movement speed coming out from Gear. He's already out. A good call, but look down bottom side. EVO's SG trying to punish Vormace. Can he get out in time? Are they going to initiate the dive? And the Numenor Blast is already out. Big flicker to make short work. But Vormace, he's still by more than enough time. Here it comes the Death Sonata as well. Auto attack. Wait a minute. Auto attack. He's not playing it.
Nakapag-ano pa si Vormace?
With the 1v3 outplay down on the bottom side.
Gago, outplay.
Oh my god, that was a huge mistake by EVO's SG. Who was tanking the turret? It was Potato. That's not what you want to do. You have two tanky members, but he went too aggressive, too greedy.
You can see the 4 Mace already with the Festival of Blood. Before that kill, he was 2, 3, and 6, which means that you already have the maximum effect of the Festival of Blood with just 9 minutes in, and this is such a good tempo that Form is playing with, and then he all outplayed the members of EVO's SG. Remember, when you're trying to dive against the Ruby, don't group up ever, because the lifesteal will just proc so easily.
Oh my god, wow, I am just so much shock of that play. That was really, really
Tapos nakahasos pa.
It does allow a huge tempo shift for Torak. They were able to get the top tier 2. They were able to hold on to their own objective, and now the lead extends to a 4.1k as they're looking for the second tier 2 here. Now holding on strong, but that's going to be bottom side tier 2.
Alam na nila.
EVO's SG playing it conservatively.
Oh my goodness. You can see that with that push, Torak extends their lead as well as to extend their map control. I want to really commend Yums in his positioning, and so it also makes up for the fact that the Rafaela is one of the best heroes in the meta game that we have right now. Apart from speed boost, you also have a way to check bushes safely.
Exactly.
Just because of that blast. And my goodness, Torak is really capitalizing this time.
At this point of the game, trying to get on top of it. Is Adamir going down? Yes, Chiku should be able to take him out, but the holy healing takes him out instead. Yums, look at me, Chiku, I'm the carry now. As they get on top of the Lord, it's going to be a 4v5 here. EVO's SG going to do anything about it? No, Torak, look for the turn. They want to get and beat out another kill to the side of EVO's SG, but they're taking way too much damage, and now they have to make a decision. Lord going over as they initiate the fight. They fight here. Numenor Blast coming out a little too late. Sayla, he goes right into the middle and 4 Mace. He gets right on top of them, gets the taunt, and now the turnaround for Torak.
Kinukulang sila ng damage.
That is going to be a huge win for Torak.
Huge is an understatement here. A 3-0 and the Lord. This is a complete stomp in that goal, in that Lord fight. And now EVO's SG, they don't have the high ground to contest this.
Oh, here we go. Adamir, he's got to do something about this.
What a
but now they
stun.
get potato and killing spree activated. GG. Well played to Torak. This game between
game number 4, guys.
rival brothers.
Wow.
In the making.
We're gonna go to a game number 5.
What a game.
We have game
4. Okay. Wow.
Get down. Thank you so much, Miracle Wolf and Gideon Q.
Get eliminated.
Waka, waka, waka. We will break it down. Thank you so much, Miracle Wolf.
Oh, not because of
Gideon Q. My partner LaFell here and I can barely contain ourselves because of that victory.
No, not because of what were you doing?
I'm losing it. Todak just took that game in such quick fashion. They turned it around, and the whole series is down to a coin toss. It's 50-50, down to the last game, bro.
I'm sorry to all the viewers as well as production team. I was already stressed, but seeing that, I don't know how to react. So looking at this game, we have to mention that from the side of Todak, they basically just took the EVO's draft. They're like, hey, that's pretty good, and we're going to use it now. But instead of the Bane, they switched it out with the Roger, which did well, but oh my God, was I stressing that game?
Well is an understatement. Looking at Chico, guys, with the 5-8 KDA scoreline, he was essentially just building like a beast. He didn't even need his defensive item. I'm guessing this was a brute force breastplate on the uptake if he needed it, but right now, this was enough. Windtalker, War Axe, Malefic Roar. I'm not sure if which came first, but that's enough to shred through this relatively soft lineup. The only one you really didn't want to go 1v1 with was JPL.
Yeah, honestly, in this kind of game, EVOS did do a lot of, I would say, micro mistakes in terms of how they engage a fight or how they just...
One characteristic of where they were successful. We're used to seeing him on the...
Did it again. So right now, let's look at the stats. Let's look at the damage numbers. Sailor again performing extremely well.
SG the only way.
As well as Momo, they made sure
EVO's SG's lineup
Ruby nga ang kanilang ano.
work. Like the enablers, he's able to kite them, control them. You have the Paquito, you have the Esmeralda with consecutive teams
from a very, very long game for themselves.
And yeah, JPL is gonna get a
Okay. Lapit na ang game number 5. Pero, lalaro pa tayo ulit. Just cause. Ano to? Yan natin guys sa ating saan yan? Weekend Revelry, okay? Naka 1 match na ako naka 1 match. So, sabi na to 1-1-1. Mamaya magre-reset pag 9 o'clock. Yan, magre-reset yan mamaya. Pero habang hindi pa reset, laro-laro lang.
The enemy is banning.
I didn't cure the pain.
Please ban a hero.
Tremble in my presence. My fists are
The enemy is banning.
It is better to be feared than loved, if you cannot both.
Your team is banning.
I'm eating right now, so please excuse me.
It is in despair.
The enemy is picking.
Eating dinner while trying to get a rank in between M3 games. After this rank, I'll be going back to M3. Progress in terms of my points or in terms of M3 tournament? Kasi if points medyo maganda naman past few days yung points natin so far. Okay, ayaw nila. Okay. M3 tournament. M3 tournament, yun yung parang sumali. Hindi. Yan yung tournament ng mga pinakamalalakas na mga players sa mundo. Ng mga teams sa mundo.
The enemy is picking.
From different regions. So, instead of just usually Southeast Asia or kung saan mga MPL teams like Singapore, Malaysia, Philippines, Indonesia, Brazil. So, aside from yung mga ganyang usual areas or regions na may MPL, nag-invite din sila ng mga may non-MPL, mga may taga CIS from Russia, may taga Latin America, mga ganon, may taga North America. Ganon. Tapos, laban silang lahat. It's already day number 7. And I think, ilang araw na lang. Last 2 days. Last 2 days na ba? Or last day? Hindi, last 2 days. It's gonna be last 2 days. So, tomorrow and then 1 more day. Matatapos na yun. We're nearing the final stretch of the games. So you could compare it to kung unay naglalaro ka ng League of Legends, yung World Championship ng League of Legends, kung naglalaro ka ng Dota 2, you can compare it to the international. Mga ganun.
I see lots of prey.
That's for ML, right? Sinusuportahan ko? Blacklist. Blacklist is still in the thick of things right now. Nasa lower bracket sila. So, kung matalo sila sa isang series, goodbye na. Pero kanina nanalo naman sila. And, ayun, dahil sa panalo nila, they're in the lower bracket semifinals. Yan. Ano yung 8K? Na naman yan. I don't really like this defensive pick. Sobrang defensive ng mga ng mga picks namin. Like, Ang daming ways lang. Medyo weird ng ano, picking sa mga kampe.
Till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them. All troops deployed.
Yeah, this is rank. Hello, bitch. No, ha? Ayun mo. Ayaw mag-defend.
Our turret is under attack. I have a clumsy new apprentice called Einstein. Initiate retreat.